Yep.
Now they can hear us. Hello and welcome to the Silver Gauntlets. Hope you're having a lovely day, evening, afternoon, whatever. Welcome to our very first restream of Challenge Cup. Your runners are Keipi and ACreativeUsername, and your commentators for today are jaxstronomy, NewITGuy, and SaigoGetsuga. Folks, how are you?
Oh my
Doing
God.
good.
I am so happy to be here. Challenge Cup commentary.
Yep.
It's great. It's great. Anyway, so we are going to be presenting Keipi3 and ACreativeUsername. Reminder: this year we did go down to a 32 bracket for the main bracket. So we've got some people who are some really strong performances here in our Challenge Cup, including Keipi, who qualified at number 34. Just barely missing out. And ACU, coming in at the bottom, but again, it's a 1v1. Anything can happen.
Indeed. And as you see from these stats, creative username has raced more times than KP. Like this again, even with the stat spread like this, both are really good players. You never know what can happen in 1-on-1.
Yeah, I believe ACU has been around racing a little longer than KP as well. KP races more frequently, as you'd be able to see if you just looked at the stats since the bracket reset. But again, very strong player. Performed quite well last year's Challenge Cup as well. So I think we are in for a pretty good race. I know ACU personally. We happen to live relatively near each other. And again, just like another person who's like a lot of real smarts about the game, and just is involved in a kind of like close-knit, like smaller community that does a lot of races with each other. So he's tons of experience, just maybe not quite as high profile.
And also, as we get ready here, we have a new tracking screen on our restream layout.
Swanky.
Yep. So you have our Song of Time Emerald Adult Start.
Yeah, Adult Start definitely, like, as an organizer, you'd think I would be more for the like defend the child start more. As a runner, I don't love it. It was a good game design, but it's not my favorite to play.
Alright, so we have Deku and Spirit and Jabu.
Deku, Spirit, Jabu, Lostwood's Foolish,
and
Market Foolish.
Ooh, and Fountain Foolish too. Yep. And SFM with Nocturne.
Okay. Yeah, the Fountain Foolish I'm not as like, that's nice, but it's not as interesting to me. The fact that we see Lost Woods and Market Foolish is actually a real dagger for early child routing.
Yeah, that's big.
That's most of child checks. They're just gone.
Yeah, at that point, all you just do is Long on Ranch into potential Valley.
Yeah, honestly, Valley, depending on what you see here, Valley Lake is actually like a decent call. Like, if you don't have a good Swan, going Valley Lake down to Valley Lake upfield to get the song from Sticker Forest Meadow as child might be okay.
Interesting. Looks like ACU is going to be going the Zora River route.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a pretty good route. So you do see this different people not checking Stone's medallions. There is like an idea of, well, why do I check it now? You're gonna have to walk that way to go child. Now, of course, he didn't know the fact that his child's super bearing. So this is actually, in this particular case, probably not amazing. But if you're planning on doing a quick early adult and then just going and getting your child, it's not really a time loss. It's a little bit of an efficiency. Frankly, the only thing that you could possibly get at this point that would be bad would be hookshot strength upgrade and bow, and not knowing if you need to do forest.
Right.
More knowledge is great, but do you need it right now, or can you wait like 10 minutes?
That totally makes sense to get it when you first go child.
Yeah. I personally like checking it first because I do like having an idea of like the overarching structure, but that's a personal opinion.
And
I can see it both ways.
And if by chance you run into an OOT hint and you need that knowledge, okay, what are my dungeons?
Exactly. Right. Although if you have an OOT hint, you're like, well, I'm doing them. Okay, so we have a little bit of routing convenience to start with Serenade on Storms. Discount Prelude, that's actually really helpful to have early on. Anything of use in... in River, that's nice. That's not the most useful thing of an early game. It does get you one more check in Kakariko. Potentially you could use it as a shortcut through to, if you're talking about some stuff in Goron City and shortcut into,
As Keipi finds a
honestly,
40 skill
Or
bow.
is it? Yeah,
nice.
40's a
So
bow.
that
We're not getting
means
that.
that ACU is probably gonna, I don't know KP's opinion on skull collecting,
Yeah.
but the general, like, received wisdom about it is you're going to collect until you know you don't need it. So
Mhm.
depending on when KP goes to River, this could be a small time save for ACU.
I think I had a season 8 qualifier seed where I saw bow on 40 and I was like, I rushed it, and then all of a sudden there was a bow and ice cavern. I'm like, dang it!
That's exactly it. Like, I think the general wisdom is like, don't correct aggressively, but collect cleanly. Like, don't just walk past easy skulls, but don't go out of your way for hard ones.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Fire to
Rova.
Rova.
Fire to Rova.
Okay, actually, I need to get my stones up, my layout up in front of me. I know there is a tracking sheet, but I personally do use my personal tracker.
We have a challenger here in the graveyard. Furor's Wind early on.
Ooh.
That's so nice. That is, like, the one thing I miss from more, like, casual settings. Most.
Ooh, and Crater Path to Goma.
Oh, that's interesting, because I was about to talk about path prioritization.
Because that one, all that would be is a Kokiri sword or something that leads to it.
Exactly. And that Keipi sword doesn't lock anything, so I'm not worried about that right now as a runner. That's something where it's, it might be nice to do that as a child, but we have so little as child right now anyway, and we know nothing in Deku Tree can be required for Water Temple or Shadow Temple by the path prioritization. And that's a lot of stuff.
Also, it does not have to be the case. I'm just saying.
Right.
Nope, it can be a slingshot.
Yeah, it can be a slingshot if the seed really hates us today.
I do want to see that does make you want to see the song too, because if it's something like Song of Storms, that tells you a ton of stuff.
Then you probably want to get into the well as soon as possible if that's the case.
Honestly,
but you risk not having lullaby or bombs to full clear it.
Yes. So actually, because we have this path prioritization idea where water and shadow have to be logically first, that actually would lead me towards delaying the well until I'm ready to do a full child route with Jabu.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, we got Fire to Rova, and we have DMC to Goma.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting that we don't have anything to Water or Shadow yet. It's not, because Twin Rova and Deku Tree both have unique items that are required, it's not unusual to see them hinted, but that does tell you some, like, that does make me wonder, like, oh, is this because we somehow have a bunch of things that are connected to each other, or I don't know.
Yeah.
This is something where, as a runner, this isn't always the most helpful line of thinking. It's very interesting knowing when things are going to be required, but sometimes that does distract you from the actual running.
And chat was pointing out that this is a stone fire path to Rova.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So, the usual. We also have Stone DC, now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So we may be looking, this is a good layout to get an Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Depends on how early we find bombs and a hammer.
And again, since it's really bombs, hammer, and a tunic are the minimum requirements here.
Yep.
Those aren't too hard to satisfy.
I kind of want to go in before Zelda's Lullaby sitting on Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's
That's
one
entirely
choice live.
possible.
Oh, it's very possible. Again, we'll be looking out for that. We'll be looking out for what people are getting for songs. But I do think that this is definitely possible. Like, it's possible with our current layout that we'll be seeing something very required on Ocarina of Time because it's very easy to get those.
Chat was saying Chat thought that was a spell in TARDIS. That looked like a recovery heart instead.
That's a recovery heart. So we're seeing that despite the fact that there's going to be very few item checks here in Child, KP is taking the time to go do this 2-song route. We'll see what else he decides to use. I think it's probably I'd say this is pretty well motivated to do this, because you need to know what your songs are, particularly when you have this like very potentially scary looking layout.
Yeah. Let's see, what does Talon give us? Nah, just some love.
Little love.
Yeah, but I love this sense of divergence where you had the we did have with the Cactus start versus the Zora's River start.
Yeah, I would love to see ACU push this divergence further. With the bow, you do have some good checks to do in Trail and Crater, which we know is Path. And you can do Link the Goron.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
and
what do
you
we
can
got?
go in to do Kakarika. You can do
Ah,
Forest. Okay, we start.
no,
Okay.
knows the OOT this time.
Yeah, so that's the one problem. Like, you're gonna have to go and burn. The other thing I'd want to fish for, you can't really fish for it. I would want to fish for Sun Song before I go Child or Prelude, but you don't really have access to much right now, considering we know that Nocturne of Shadow is at the
Sacred Forest Meadow,
Adult
yeah.
Minuet. Yeah, thank you.
Requiem on OOT now makes a lot of sense also for the path, especially if there's just it could just be straight up AP
Okay, bomb
logic.
bag.
Bomb bag,
Yep.
let's go.
That's helpful.
Yep, so that bow is now in Logic. Again, of course, like, the couple of checks we have in Child are the ones that are required, eh? The tiny handful of checks.
Well, at this point, yeah, you were going to run into something with how barren Child is.
Oh yeah, there's not been much at all. Also, shout out to this model that ACU is using.
Indeed, because I think that's from OOT 3D.
Looks good, and it's always great when you see a model that looks good and doesn't look Uncanny Valley or or just a meme. Oh, that's an interesting spawn. Not really
I actually like that spawn.
That's really helpful, actually,
Because, yeah, you
it
could
gets you into Sacred Forest Meadow really easily.
And you get to do the Goron pot right away.
Oh yeah, with the bombs, I forgot about that.
I can do everything's at Tamer Chest at that point.
Oh, this is actually a very nice thing. AC probably being very relieved to see that.
Let's see if this pays off.
Yeah, considering how hard it is to get to Goron City a lot of the time, this is very nice to see.
Indeed. Ah, just a stick.
Maybe it's a stick upgrade.
Yep.
Oh, you're gonna go down for the money and not for the stick upgrade?
That is...
Come on. As long as you're, like, getting off cycle.
That's one thing I would like to see come out from the come over from the Dev Forks is the
Teleportation upgrade.
Yeah.
Is he going up Trail? Okay. I'm glad he did this, because this is a proper way to commit to your early decision to go into River, because you got something out of it and you're pushing it.
Ooh! French vanilla strength.
Okay.
Okay, there's no big child areas are barren, but all the little ones, those are important.
Indeed. Yeah. Just a heart chest and the bombable wall. Yeah, but now we get to blow up the world and look for all the grottos.
Rip.
We got a mysterious hint. We don't know what it said.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is nothing important that will not come back to bite us later.
Surely not.
No, it's probably just the fact that Requiem Sphere is not grieved on.
Maybe. That or Saria song. That or Saria song with something hard required on Darunia.
That'd be interesting.
Watch it be something dumb like Minuet and Saria's is logically locked behind Minuet somehow.
Oh yeah, that's normal. And that's actually very important because that tells you that your hints are going to be trash.
Right.
Nothing in the back of Maze.
Ooh, KP's saying hookshot on his notes, so that's interesting.
Ooh.
Well, thank you, Purple. Appreciate the intel. So we'll see if KP does anything that's kind of weird, routing-wise, because that would be your tell, essentially.
Which is interesting because then we're now less likely to see a hint for Bongo.
You will see a hint for Bongo.
Maybe.
You almost certainly. Well, Bongo requires hover boots and Din's fire.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see one, but
you'll see a hint for Bongo. You'll see a hint for water. Flame check is dead.
Good to see. Good to see.
Finding Sarcasm Prelude is actually quite nice because you have very little movement right now. Otherwise, going in and out of Child is really hard. What do we have on top of Crater? There's a Kiri sword.
That's the sword.
Okay.
All right, so we would love to see our hover boots or our.
Bolero.
Oh, we'll see hover boots. You don't need Bolero. We see our hover boots.
Okay, so.
Okay, that works. There's our K sword.
I mean, yeah.
You need a death warp here, ACU. You don't have a fit health.
And then Skull Mask dead, and the Water Temple boss key check is dead.
Okay.
Ooh, but boss key on River Chest.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, we started with time, so that's really quite nice for AC. Ooh, and menu. Oh, this is actually paying out quite nicely for
Indeed.
For ACU.
We got some nice arrows on Midas House at least. Can't shoot them yet, but
I love that we are using blue fire arrows. Like that's one thing that makes me really happy inside. And I'm waiting for the logic that requires us to use them for Figuron.
Yeah, all the seeds I've played, none of them have really required the use of the blue fire arrows.
They don't require them, but they're just nice.
Check then.
I actually was playing again that mode that the lovely new Escape from Kakariko mode that Triforce Splits author Elegatua put out. And I did end up using them in Tanago's Cavern. It was great.
Oh,
nice. Mud walls.
Yep. Yeah, because I didn't have bombs, I only had a bow, but I did have magic and blue fire arrows, so I was able to get the checks done.
The Dark Link hint was the Kokiri Forest hint.
Yeah, so we'll be seeing that very shortly.
Yeah.
Okay, so water boss. Wow, water has everything hinted in that. That's really interesting. So there's a key on Morpha. There's a lot of keys outside of yeah, there's a lot of keys in open water.
And Keipi's gonna go do some fishing.
Yes, as long as you're just like committing to this child thing. Makes sense. Any handless journeys? Not that I know of.
Is it possible to roll RSL with junk
with bad
only?
hints? Yes, I believe. I have no idea about that, honestly.
Okay, I think that would be the only consideration for that, is something where RSL junks all the hints.
Yeah, the size and scale of Ocarina of Time is such that reasonable seed length does sort of hinge on having it's reasonable seed length. This sort of hinges on having something to restrict your movement. If you have no knowledge, you're going to be just clearing a whole lot for a long time.
And ACU going Child, gonna go probably clear out Deku Tree first thing.
Yeah, although I do wonder how he would approach to the. Oh, he's just gonna check his save first. Okay, so he's probably gonna get that strength upgrade. Very good.
Unfortunately, he has no bombs. No bombs.
Oh, you're right. You're right. No bombs yet.
Those are in Lon Lon Ranch.
Yes, that is true.
And ACU does not have Requiem on the tracker.
Yeah, not true. Have these skill rewards not hinted at all?
They're backwards for some reason the game developers thought, oh yeah, we'll push you to Shadow first, but we're gonna make it after Spirit.
Yeah, that is weird how they did that.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you don't need hover boots to beat Spirit, but it makes it so much faster.
Oh yeah, that and hover boots also makes forest temples and fire temples so much easier.
Right.
And water.
It makes all the...
Hover boots just break the game much more easily.
Hover boots are great. Just hover boots are good items, and we like having them.
It's just unfortunate that if you want to get them early, it's not easy to get them early because it's locked behind 3 battalions.
Yes. I mean, if you're a coward.
Unless you go hookshot jumping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're a coward. All respect to people who play glitch modes. Not my thing, but really fun. Definitely have not. Definitely have not had a Vidget James and I hanging out. He's just like, hey, just look away and just keep weird shots into because he just doesn't want to climb to the top.
just silently judge him as he's doing this trick. He'll probably.
He taught me some important crimes. Anyway.
As far as who's ahead,
we have Hey, bro.
Rotinder.
I would say Keipi3's ahead, or Kelpie, sorry, is ahead right now. It is? Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Haunted Wasteland with a blue t-shirt.
Okay, so that's a logically interesting thing, but not really interesting thing. We all know my opinion on Central Pillar.
I don't care about Central Pillar.
Central Pillar, one of the most awkward checks in all of Water Temple.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to ACU's shield being the Ordon shield. Oh, you need to equip the sword.
Yep.
Oh, and the Kokiri sword is the Ordon sword. Okay, so its child is essentially a Twilight Princess model. That's neat.
Yes, it's nice having a model that's just like a little bit of a tweak instead of. We just don't talk about the Pepsi Man model.
Oh my god, I've seen that a few times and it's just, oh my.
It's uncanny. Wasteland torches are a Zora tunic. Yeah, that's, again, interesting to know, not necessarily interesting to get.
Right.
Ooh, KZ has hookshot on Keipi3's nose tracker, according to Purple. That's interesting. That's
very
really... That's... Our blue fire arrows have suddenly become interesting.
All we need is magic, and yeah, we can go for that.
That's extremely interesting.
And Sunsong Grave is nothing.
Ooh,
oh, there's our magic!
That hookshot is now
Ask him, we shall get.
Indeed.
Okay, so apparently our solution is... Honestly, I think we'll probably see a pretty strong clear from ACU and Child as well, just because he's done everything to do as adult and has nothing else to do.
Right.
Like, he can't do anything else as adults at this point. So...
Because at this point, he needs to go to... Because at this point, yeah, ACU just needs to go to Long Long, get the bombs, then the rest of the seat is open to him.
Did anyone see what
was the Valley Lake?
The waterfall?
If Keipi didn't go for it, it's junk.
Alright. I couldn't see anything, that's why I was asking.
Yeah, typically, there's actually can tell a difference between, like, is it shiny or is it not shiny?
Right.
Not shiny actually tends to be more interesting.
Oh, Chonker and the
Okay,
Keipi3.
so let's see what logically unimportant thing we got here. Another bomb bag! Very nice. This is actually... That was honestly probably the best case scenario for ACU there.
Yup.
Because now he'll be able to do bomb checks to his liking. Maybe he'll go into Child Goron City if you're trying to go into one possible route to get to Long Long Ranch.
But at this point, yeah, the only thing you would need from Long Long Ranch now is ZL. You could still do the back just to be thorough, but still.
Oh, you would still do the back because.
Yeah.
But look, you need ZL from Long Long Ranch. You probably that was.
Oh no!
So that is. That is one thing. If you get that, if that if that spider Waltella goes for you and it stops, you do have to move up 1 tick. Otherwise, it will do that. I know this from a lot of experience. And now, and now ACU is out for revenge.
Just blow up the Skulltula. Good.
It's a solution.
Mm-hmm. And another thing that the bombs help make easier is the B1 skip, so you don't have to do the big setup and just do a ground jump.
Yes, that is very nice. As someone whose hands are kind of cold all the time, it is very helpful.
I remember.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. I remember B1 skip being one of my first tricks, and it's not too tricky, but it's pretty precise when you're playing on a GameCube controller to get it in the right spot.
Yes, it's. I don't want to say it's like a barrier to entry trick, but it's just like that is the one trick that really. It does help you with this dungeon clear early. But 2, it also is a good way to start thinking about how does fixed movement work in Ocarina of Time? Because all the tricks are based around what's called fixed movement. You move a specific angle and a specific distance every single time you move. So you can take advantage of that to reproduce it. Also, nice bomb throw to ACU.
Indeed.
It's interesting seeing ACU go for this one here. This one I think is a little slow when you know you're only collecting 10 or 20. The one on the grade I think is fine.
Those keys I just love to be out of hitbox range.
You say something about ground jumps, but ACU is still going to go for B1 skip if you do not know what we're talking about. This is the trick B1 skip. You are skipping the entirety of Basement 1 of Deku Tree, which requires a slingshot. And this is why people tend to like ground jumps, because this method can be a little shaky.
Ooh, and Song of Storms on Composer Grave.
Alright, Storms on Composer Grave, very nice.
Very
I
nice
probably
on
wanted
both
that
of them.
as a child, though. That's a little annoying. I think that's something where ACU may have a slightly nicer time, because being able to Nocturne there as a child is probably incentivize him to go into the well.
Ooh, but that is once he gets the yell from Lon Lon, though.
Yes, I mean, he's gonna get CL from Lon Lon. Like, you don't come child and having seen your early checks and not having ZL and not do your child's song checks. Like, that is... I'd like to say I'd eat my hat. I might, like, nibble on it a little. Because I know the people who do Lon Lon skip as a meme. Yeah, that's... The one thing is, will ACU go to Valley with all the options he's gonna have? He doesn't have a ton of options, though. Like, he has bombs. Bombs are an option.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's a stone, an unpopular opinion here, but DC's not foolish.
That's true.
It's a lot
I still
of
don't know what our free time
checks.
is. Honestly, as far as a stone clear, DC is pretty dang defensible.
Yeah.
It's
It's
kind
a lot
of
of
like
quick.
overworld light.
Yeah, it's a lot of quick checks in there.
Especially when you have fire, which is also a stone, hinted towards one of your dungeons. And you don't know where the song for it is, either.
Ooh, I like that from KB. Like, that's cute.
Yeah,
That little, like, drop and just keep on going so you can do it later.
Yeah.
Well, AC is going late, but he's going late to get the owl to go get Lon Lon.
Nice. And
also the
Boulder of Destiny.
Yeah, the Boulder of Destiny. This is a kind of an awkward check, honestly, for something that's like, this close to the castle.
Oh.
Castle Barony. That's a big one.
That's Hyrule Castle Fairy. Oh, in fact, we could pass the Evil's Bane.
That could be anything, though.
Ooh, so Cactabane. All we've seen, I don't remember what the song was, but the only checks we have left are 10 and 20, and chickens.
And did we see archery?
We did see archery from ACU.
Okay.
Okay, Serenade was a song, so it's got to be 10 or 20 skulls or collecting chickens for Evil's Bane.
Nice. I mean, that's where I would put the light arrows if I was scanning. No one wants to do chickens. Keipi tried to do a pretty cool trick that I have not really mastered myself, which is you can't actually cheese the hitbox on the stairs by throwing bombs in 2 places on the right side, which is a little bit of a time save if you get it. If you don't, then you're not able to overlap the cutscenes, which is really what you do. Really, the time save you can get is overlapping the cutscene with getting the door open.
So Evil's Bane is a new path. It's not a new hint, but it's not one we normally see in. Yes, it's new to standard. And what Evil's Bane is something that is either the light arrows or leads to the light arrows.
Yes.
Correct.
So the bridge conditions for standard season 8 is vanilla bridge, which means you need the shadow medallion, the spirit medallion, and the light arrows. So you cannot go as Ganondorf where the light arrows are because you can't get to him without the light arrows.
That's the big thing that always trips me up on this season.
He'll still tell you.
Only after the fact.
Yeah, he'll still tell you, well, are you going to beat me with the light arrows from Shadow Temple?
I already found them, thanks.
Yes, they're right here. I couldn't get in the door without them. Well, it's definitely not even in the door. I couldn't cross the bridge. And this is another important thing when you think about the hints in S8. The hint, from the hints perspective, you have to open the bridge first. After you open the bridge, then everything that is in everything you need to get the key, boss key, is the next thing you pay attention to. Oh, we got fail. That's convenient. That's that's a requirement. Is a big routing convenience.
Right. Especially for getting into Jowser as a child.
So I guess in this instance for Bane, yes, it could be 9 on the least of light arrows, or it could simply just be the light arrows on, like, say, 10 or 20.
Correct.
Yep. So you still do want to be collecting skulls, and that's something where this will actually become interesting as to when Keipi sees a bow. Because if he doesn't see a bow, he's gonna stumble into them. If he does see a bow, he has not been collecting many skulls.
No, he has not.
He has basically gone all in on the bet that he doesn't need to get skulls. And I don't disagree with that necessarily. I mean, I do, but I tend to play 10-20 aggressively because I know that I'm willing to do it, and a lot of people aren't, like what we're seeing from KP.
Right.
I agree with 20. I think in every seed you grab 10 no matter what.
You're gonna walk past 10 at some point.
Right.
But I guess the question is how fast do you go for them?
Right.
Can you just, like, casually grab, like, the easiest 10 on the way, or are you gonna push for them right away?
I think when
Skulls is Night, those are slow.
I think it depends on your paths, honestly. If you have Kakariko hinted to anything, you collect them sooner than later.
Yeah.
That and when you start getting super bottlenecked in your seed where 10's still available and you're running out of checks and you're like you have a hard bottleneck in your seed.
Yeah. My personal opinion is I prefer getting it done earlier. Because, I just prefer getting it done earlier because I don't want to hit the bottleneck. I want to be... When you hit a bottleneck in a racing situation, if you haven't lost, you're close. You're tilted enough that losing is much more likely.
Right.
Also, shoutouts to ACU for doing chickens!
Yeah, this could be rewarding for him. I know ACU does tend to be a more conservative player as well, so we'll probably see him do that. Okay, and chickens do not have it.
So it's 10 or 20.
Yeah, okay, we did see Redead.
Redeads, okay.
Yeah, we did see this, so we know it's not this.
Wasn't the worst DC, wasn't the best. I would have liked it more if KP had gotten a couple skulls on the way, because there's like at least one skull that's pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got the one that was from the bomb stairs.
Yeah. If you think you're getting 40, the one in the front right is pretty good. And the one in the very back you're never going back for, so if you are going to be committed to collecting, you want to get that right then.
Right. And one of them is locked behind hookshot and hovers or long shot.
Yep, and one of them is you could give us some riveting content.
Mm-hmm.
Do not do riveting content push. Do not do it. It's bad. Even with Pyrox's, even with all of the speed ups that our lovely devs have put in, don't push the statue.
You're only almost pushing it.
That was the hookshot note.
No, so that's another hookshot hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hookshot hit is also up in trail.
Right.
Oh yeah, the one where when all of a sudden the KP stream stuttered. So, but now we know that explains the hookshot note.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't think you ever.
I think that's a sensible. Yeah, even not Armos pushing one, you shouldn't do it unless it's 50.
Right.
But it's also something where if you are at the point where you're Armos pushing, you better be sure that you are in a high skull bottleneck situation because otherwise you're burning so much time.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like
yes, the hookshot, and that hookshot is in fact fully in logic. It can be our first hookshot.
Oh, that's the one thing I dread in these sort of scenes. Like, what if hookshot is like on high skull count?
Shiny thing in the back of a. Okay, AC is gonna go for that first. I don't mind that because he's probably gonna. He would have to crawl out from He would have to crawl out from Dead Hand. I just started waving my hands, like, hand guy.
Wacky waving in front of walk playing tube band.
Yes, everyone can see all of my gestures as I'm trying to like find words in my brain.
All right, what do we got here in the well?
Well. We got a strength upgrade.
Oh,
okay.
A hot rodder and
you still need another strength to handle spirit, but having a strength right now is going to make forest possible once we see a hookshot. It's going to make shadow logically possible, fire stuff logically possible. So that also implies that our Rova is absolutely going to be a mere shield.
Oh yeah.
Or a child ranged weapon. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Oh god, child key logic.
I think bombs count for that, don't they?
For what?
Child key logic?
For what?
Anyway.
Oh.
Spirit key logic.
Oh.
Thank you, Purple.
No, they don't.
Ward's Hammer for Requiem. Ooh, that would be interesting.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. They would count as a projectile for Jabu, but they don't for Spirit because you can't throw the bomb far enough.
Yeah, there's just some situations where bombs logically count for things because the game thinks you can go buy bomb shoes with the bomb bag in hand. I'm pretty sure that bomb shoe is a trick.
It is.
It's a helpful trick, but. Oh, Dasser's here. Quick, make a pun.
Shield. Shield?
Which shield?
I think that might have been
that is a
Hylian
adult shield. That is a Hylian. Okay. But it's a free shield.
Right.
Yep.
I would just be worried about collecting it because there's all the nice little.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's got it too. AC is already. Maybe he doesn't got it. ACU is already finished Deku, so although there's a lot of places where you'd want to have a child shield, there's no place that you'd be locked out of checks without a shield.
Fish. The emotional support fish.
Ooh, Keipi did not see what it was on the volcano. Ooh, that's not great.
Uh-oh. Yep, he'll miss out on the Kokiri sword for a little bit.
Yeah, he did earlier. I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't see that. Yeah, but we love our emotional support fishes around here.
Oh, he's going back into the crater.
No, maybe he did see it and he just wanted to go check the, he was just trying to check that first.
Maybe.
Although, like, I think I probably would have gone back to that, but that's fine.
No, because unfortunately you lose your death spawn.
Yeah, I prefer doing that from the right side when you're hovering over. I'd say one of my, like, crowning achievements in the quals, which were otherwise not like great for me. I did actually pull off the recoil hammer jump to break that, so you can do top to bottom as a trick. Great.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I don't like that ordering, but it's fine.
However you end up to it.
Would that imply he wants to dip fire?
Nope, just get the song first, minuet.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
Nope.
I wouldn't, but like, it's an option.
It's an option, but you run the risk of being hammerlocked out of your first key.
well,
yeah, but that's like why you would want to go.
right.
Because
and,
there's a non-zero possibility that you're not hammerlocked out of your first key.
Well, and what's to say that the first check and fire is not just your mirror shield? And
yeah.
that's your path to twin row, but fire not necessarily, you know.
Fair.
Yeah, and if you're already gonna warp out, it's a reasonable option. ACU's it can also be as a crossover on your D-pad. If you haven't cleaned your D-pad in a while, you can get some conductivity crossover between the up, down, left, right. It's not what I'd call great.
Mm-hmm.
ACU, that is automatically foolish.
He is picking it up because he.
Oh, the letter.
Yeah, he keeps hitting the letter. That's
that
why
would make sense.
It makes sense.
Time save. Time save.
Yeah, there's legitimately a time save, because honestly, I sometimes do that, because sometimes I also had to buy another controller, because my stick, I'm able to handle the conductivity issues, but my stick finally went. Yeah, ECU's getting the Bear Knight item, which is great, because I don't think he has that hint.
No, he does not. I think that's Keipi.
Yeah, I think he's just doing it because he's being conservative, which I think is fine.
This will pay off significantly.
Oh, he's also waiting for nighttime. That's great. That is really efficient use of time.
Yep.
That's really good.
Let's see. Dumpe.
What do you got there, Dumpe?
Let's see. Well, does Child Dumpe have anything?
Well,
nope. Let's see. What will this be? Rudo's Letter or Boomerang?
Mm-hmm. Boomerang.
The banana.
That actually is more likely to be our path to Baronade, all things considered.
Yup. So that means, well, unfortunately, kind of puts us in a lottery casino mode for Rudo's Letter.
It can also mean that Rudo's Letter is logically before what we're looking for. Because if Rudo's Letter is, or Ice Cavern or Jabu has, no wait, yeah, or Ice Cavern or Boomerang Chest is something we need.
Nope. It wouldn't be, because then we would have.
You need Letter to get into Jabu.
Well,
yeah,
right, but at that point,
for example, if our second hook shot, oh wait, our letter, no, our letter's not. Our second hook shot could be in Boomerang Chest.
Okay.
Sure.
Something, and that would not be required. So that would make our letter path to Morpha.
Gotcha.
Right, and that's a possibility, but
yeah,
because
so
path to Baronade, it can't be our magic or anything like that.
What I'm saying is, we could get a hinted Rudo's Letter elsewhere.
Aha.
I do hope ACU takes the time to go back and do Childborn City, though.
Oh yeah.
How many skull? Ooh, good skull count.
Yeah, both are very close to 10, because I think. But I don't think you can reach the one here in Village to get to 10 with the Boomerang.
There's a trick you can do. Also, he could go for the one in. He could step up to do the one in.
YCCT wall.
Oh yeah.
Also, did he get the one in Graveyard?
I think he did. Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, I guess that's not.
There is a trick for this. I don't know if ACU knows it. I don't think you can get that with Boomerang, Friendo.
Nope.
A little too far.
Because you've got the one in the graveyard. Ooh, you can go. You can do the bomb grotto right outside Kakariko by the tree.
Outside TAC or the one on DMT. Both valid. There's a ton. Yeah. Seeing you do it, but you haven't practiced it. Yeah, I've seen a ton of people do it. I've never really practiced it because if I'm that desperate, I have the slingshot or some bomb shoes.
So there's the bomb, so he's definitely going for the bomb grotto outside CAC.
Yep. Yeah, that skull I would say, like, it is a good 10th skull. That is a good 10th skull, that's a good 20 skull. I don't think it's a good skull otherwise.
No, yeah, because I'll say this is a rare one along the HBA skull.
This early? Yeah. This one this early, definitely. You can get this one further back. I would say this one's definitely a pretty rare one to get early, but again, it's a good 10th skull because it's you can get it pretty easily and it's pretty close to the skull house.
Indeed.
Low requirements and close to the skull house is a good 10th skull, even if it's a little slow.
Oh, but
we're not going to either valley or
Goron City.
Yeah. So this basically means I think what we want to see right now is hookshot into. We want to see hookshot into forest. I'm thinking.
Also, I think for our tracker, we could mark the Deku tree as completed for ACU. I believe that's where they.
Yes, he did complete that. So where are we headed, ACU? Doing some Sacred Forest Meadow Bomb Grotto.
Yes.
That's fine, just seems a little slow. But again, what else do you have at this point? Oh, back walk with hover is very nice.
A smooth hovering.
Lost Wood bomb checks should not be done in this seed because we have a Foolish Lost Woods. This is actually one of the things that makes this makes me really like what KP did pretty early with doing the pretty thorough child checks, because that's a huge chunk of area that is foolish between Market and Lost Woods.
Yeah, but with both Lost Woods and Market Foolish, yeah, that takes out a significant chunk of your child route out.
I'm not sure if ACU has the hook hint, which would not push him towards that for sure. I think he's about to get it though. Isn't it? It's in the it's in one of the storms grounds. It looks like that's what he's thinking.
It was
about
in
right
DMT storms.
Yeah, I'm hoping that that's what he's thinking about.
There's strength.
The thing is, though, I don't think ACU has a bottle.
No.
And without magic.
Domain to Morpha. Okay, that is extremely interesting. Because that's not the hook shot, and that will push ACUs toward that anyway, which is great. Even if it doesn't get the hit.
So that's more than likely. Well, it could still be another hook shot or your iron blitz.
Yeah.
It could be the irons. It could be Din's fire for all we know.
Oh, that's right, for your fire source.
Is there a world where
there could be a hookshot in shadow? Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
here's a funnier question: is there a world where it's a wallet if
for Zora Tunic
can't get to Epona's? Like, let's say, like Epona's behind Burritos, and because we know that logically we know where Zora's Tunic's at, and you need logical access to Fortress to get it.
I agree. That's possible. There's a ton of stuff that's possible. Letter Shilling and Zora Dive. I love that. I love when that happens. That is one of my favorite item placements. It's not easy. Okay, it's not easy item placement. Like, to play, maybe not, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, logic and lore-wise, it's like this guy's been holding on to this letter and doesn't tell the king. Like, what the heck, man?
I mean, I think he's a traitor to the throne. I think he's trying to start a revolution, like anti-monarchist Zora Dive guy. Like, or when you're playing a Shop Sanity.
And there's the other Zora's Domain hint.
Yeah, that there is that's a Triforce Blitz hint right there. That's not one you see very often in standard settings. A good one. I think it's not that far out of the way, but it's not one you see very often.
Well, if you were playing the Scrubs Winter Wonderland, that was still also another hint.
Oh, ACU has will have bottle now.
Oh yes, the
Enjoy some
emotional
support.
with the fish.
That is a super unappealing method, but if he thinks that it's if he thinks he's bottlenecked, is KZ skipping into ice and then going back is gonna sit.
That's gonna be good. That actually would be pretty good.
It's still progression forward.
It is. It may play against him. Again,
And you would also,
Russian child domain is not really like. I don't know if I'm worried about that yet, but he's actually gonna get the KZ hit like right here. It's in the Storm's Grotto on trail, so I think he'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah, this would route perfectly well.
Now the question is what Keep is going to do, having just seen that hint.
Yeah, what KP is gonna do, having seen that hint, go to domain with the Serenade. I think that's probably the answer.
Well, maybe we may actually see Deku here.
Oh, we're gonna see Deku first, as long as you're standing there.
Yeah.
Yep. There's the King Zora hint.
Yes, last locating child domain for the letter is absolutely true. I also would do that. However, it's really funny, so I forgive it.
And both of our runners going to be at 10 skulls. Well, well, AC is already at 10 skulls, but KP is now at 10.
Yes, I just see like AC blue screen there a little, and he's like, "Wait, domain, which age? How?"
Well, it should tell him which age, because there's only one check as an adult in the Tenton.
I was about to say, I
don't like this.
Well, the problem is he doesn't have a scale, so he can't dive down.
Oh, he doesn't. You're right.
The scale's in DC.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Fair. So he's gonna have to go up river. He'll get Frogs 1. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is a problem now I think about it. Unless KP feels really motivated for Frogs 1, he's gonna miss that bow for a bit.
Oh, that's right.
He could also choose to walk out to river, but walking out to river is so slow. That if someone's like trying to skip stuff or trying to go fast, they may skid past it.
Right. Well, and Kiwi does also have a scale, so my guess is going to figure out what the morph path is. If it's a hook shot, great. You know, if it's Rudo's, okay, well, I'll just turn Rudo's and go beat Jabu.
Yeah, he may go from Lost Woods and see the bow, that's true.
And then, if worst case, if he doesn't, it's when he goes to ice, he's going to cut through the shortcut. And then we'll see, oh, there's a bow right here.
Yep. Definitely possible. Although that, again, he doesn't want to go that direction until he has a bow, ideally.
Right.
I do love this fact that we may have a logical first hook shot on King Zora. That's just delightful. And the hook shot locks the letter. Yeah, Deku is not going to be very lucrative for KP. A couple skulls, extra bombs.
Bomb bag.
Yeah, the timing worked out much better for ACU. But he still needs to get the medallion, so it's fine.
Well, this actually was a nice bomb refill for KP because he had one bomb left.
Point taken. It's always nice when you get that, like, you know what? What's what I wanted? I'll take it. It's a bow I have that with all the time. Yeah, where we gotta find some bow drops. Some arrow drops. Oh, here's where I'm finding the arrow drops.
Because they're mostly locked behind either like the patches of grass in Lake Hylia or as your adult deals.
So we're seeing a Scarecrow set. I wonder what we're gonna see on AC here, because unless he's forgotten he has the scale, which doesn't have a scale, which considering he just realized he didn't have a scale, I would say probably not. Maybe I have no idea what we're gonna see out of this actually.
Unless he goes Valley.
Southfield Valley. Like that's the thing, like moving out from there, it seems like an odd decision to do if you weren't planning on going to Southfield Valley. And we're gonna have to see what ACU's philosophy is on how to handle Field Valley. I think as long as I'm walking, I'm going Valley, because again, this isn't a huge amount of stuff to do. I also think that if I was ACU and I saw that I had magic in my hands, I'd probably just bail on my route and go get the hookshot. Now, of course, don't trust me. I am an expert at bailing on a perfectly good route because I had tons of stuff to do, and having the next check I would have done be my go mode.
Oh, those make you just feel absolute. Those just feel the worst.
That was my S8 special. I'm not good at being aggressive. It's just I have to accept that until I need to play more Triforce Blitz.
For me, it's sometimes I'm too thorough and just don't push progression at certain points. But it's also just a matter of luck whether you run into something you need or not.
Yeah, it's luck that you're trying to just put your finger on the scales. That's what you can do with rando. It is luck, but you can put your finger on the scales.
Yeah, because I still remember the one qual where it's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and push Forest Temple. Why not? And then all of a sudden, the next hint you see ZL on OOT. I'm like, big brain, big brain.
Yeah, big brain moment. Yeah, I had a qual where I was just going through Forest Temple, Stone Forest, and just why am I here? What am I doing? What am I doing? I have to finish it because I'm here. And then I got scared too. I'm like, okay, no, we're going. Why are you walking to Forest, my friend? Oh, this is a walk to river. Okay.
Oh, but unfortunately, this means
a weird way to walk to river.
But it also means it's a push away from the magic in Valley.
Yes, that is unfortunate. That is a weird way to walk to river. I mean, okay. When I say it's a weird way to walk to river, typically I would probably go Serenade from the Serenade drop in this case.
I would have gone Nocturne to river.
Serenade drops real fast. But the thing but I can see you making this walk because it gave you the opportunity to check the dive spot, to do child fishing, to do Southfield, which is so easy to orphan. Now, of course, you've isolated Valley, but...
The hard part straight to on Stone Fence again was brutal. Oh my god! I think.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I felt okay with that. I still think last location something else because I'm very good at this. But that's okay.
Yep.
Yes, yes, Star.
Yeah, the Valley Lakers actually were vindicated today. Don't tell Pyra, don't tell Lefty. Are we gonna see a... No. You wouldn't plant a bean at... Make that. You know where your hookshot is, and you know you can get it.
Colossus.
Colossus, yeah. Just for later.
You never know.
Yeah, just...
Oh! OT.
Oh!
That could be big.
Yep.
That could be AD.
That's a could be AD. We have... It does depend on what's here in Domain, though. We could see Hammer in Domain now.
I'm still hoping for both hooks here. One on KZ and one here in the Domain.
That's possible. But if you want AD, you don't want that effect here.
That's true. More content.
We love content here. Yeah, ACU unfortunately has to take this longer walk because he hasn't gone through DC.
But it also helps with routing to get the skull.
It does. He had really good time of day here to get some skulls in. And considering it looks like we may have some light arrows on 20 action.
Or they could have been on 10. You never know.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot, because they broke the cardinal rule of collecting 10 and then not turning it in. You are allowed to skip skulls. You're not allowed to get skulls and not turn them in.
It feels like every other seed I play, it's like,
Nagger has it.
Oh god! There's something on the tendon.
Yes, please tell me
Is it letter?
I want to be letter so much. Just because
I'm
it makes me
on
happy.
wallet.
And
I'm on wallet.
ACU and Keipi high-fiving each other.
Yeah.
All right, what is it?
It's another hook shot.
Oh, so there's our
Okay,
GTG
so
access.
Epona doesn't have access requirements. There are still 2 live checks.
Nope. HP is dead.
Oh, HP was hinted dead?
Okay, so there's 1 live check.
No.
Big pose.
Market's dead.
Oh, Market's dead. Yeah, never mind.
Okay,
I forget. I was like, it's in Hyrule Field. What are you talking about?
So horse.
Yep.
No. I will
Horse
pass on
not
horses.
needed.
Horse not required. KP is getting the bow. Very good.
Nice.
Yoink.
Nope.
Yeah, depending on where everything is at this
Yoink.
point, like you might. We don't know where second magic is other than Shadow Temple.
As always.
Right. It's never in Shadow Temple.
Why would magic be magic locked in shadow?
We just don't know. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So now you know for sure that the horse is not going to be required for anything, and you can rest easy. Screw you, horse. I don't like you.
I hate maneuvering Epona through the valley.
Epona just being like, it's like a real horse freaking out over like random pieces of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Just missed that last groupie. Well, don't worry, you do want this, you do need this, it's okay. I think he was being a little aggressive with lighting those torches. Because you can light the torches first and then do the dive game, but at your own risk.
Like sometimes otherwise you get a rupee layout that just does not do well.
Mm-hmm. That one looks okay.
Yeah, this again. 4 hours is not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Let me just knock on wood there.
I was gonna say.
This is not a. The hallmarks of a 4-hour seed include things like awkward unhinted item locations, and
High school seeds.
High school seeds, and even high school seeds are not that bad. And oops AD. And right now we have 2 of the most awkward locations directly hinted. Or 3 of the most awkward locations directly hinted. We know we don't need a ton of skulls. And we know we don't need to... We don't need the Ocarina of Time song. We have a hard understanding that we don't need it. So this seed can take time. I'm not going to say it won't. I'm not going to say things aren't going to hide on us. I mean, ACU, I'm a little worried about AC and magic right now. But I don't think we're going to see a super... This is not going to be a terrible grind unless people walk past stuff. And like, having lost to the founder of this channel in a league match because I walked past the strength 2 block in GTG and forgot about it, and then sat around for an hour and a half before he beat me.
Oh no.
It happens. It happens.
Alright, Forest Temple time for ACU.
And we're probably gonna get everyone's favorite Double Forest.
Maybe.
Depends.
I mean, Purple just got... Purple, we do have a hook shot on KP's side. So KP does have a hook shot, does have a bow, does have...
Strength 2.
Strength upgrade. He's going.
Okay.
Oh, Double Forest, here we go.
Everyone's favorite.
All of a sudden my eyelids feels very heavy.
Yeah, what's your favorite part about Double Forest? I mean, it is actually kind of interesting seeing people side by side in Forest because the execution shows so strongly here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So I think the one trick I can never do consistently is the sword recoil from the block room to the courtyard.
Oh, okay, so that is so loose. I don't know if it like helps you at all to know this. There's a lot of different angles that work for that, so you do not need to be precise with that.
Okay.
Like,
do
you
not.
could... Basically, as long as you hit the wall, you're fine.
Gotcha. It's easy to do with hover boots. Yeah, this skull's hitbox is the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That skull
I
has
also like...
some armor.
I also like the little detail you can do there. It is technically a teeny bit faster to kill a skull with a arrow before collecting it with the hook shot. Now, is this actually gonna add up a lot if you're not thinking about it? No, but I've really gotten in that habit. Also,
Nice
the
pose.
bow hitbox is better. Yeah, like, being about a room behind here, Keipi only being a room behind in Forest. And with a few more important checks done. So, I'd say that Keipi has a small lead here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cause all ACU is only behind Child Goron City and DC.
And Valley.
And Valley.
Oh, and Valley, yeah.
Like, Child Goron City is part of the reason that Keipi had a nice advantage, because he got to do some better routing to get to Child Domain.
Mm-hmm.
But the other half of that is he has done more. He's checked more, AC has more options, and he will not be looking for any of those items that he wants.
Right.
So, Keipi is basically Blitz in this. I don't think that this difference is accountable for by scale versus no scale. Again, Keipi qualified quite highly. He can race really well. He's racing more recently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite impressed. I'm not just saying this because I'm afraid of the Brazilian community. They are powerful. Yeah.
Oop, another key in the well.
Again, every time I've raced a Brazilian, the entire country of Brazil has rallied around them. It is
Which
very
makes
hard.
sense.
It's heartwarming and terrifying.
I imagine.
See, Jasper's got me.
I'm saying we don't bite.
Much. Oh. Yo, you just posted suavemente again.
You appear you caught me mid. Suavemente. Oh my gosh, that Ganondorf is just, that's too much.
Thank you.
Indeed, Tobias. Indeed.
Yes, so where to next, I guess, is the question.
I
mean, the answer is Domain. The answer is Domain.
Yes.
And this is also something where, mod there being another Gale or Iron Boots in here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the other thing that's going to help Keipi, like, extend the lead. Because he's going to have the option to go through the shortcut. What are we looking at here?
Bugs.
Bugs. Just a bottle. We don't dislike bottles.
Well, it gives you a 2-bottle advantage if you go into Ice Cavern.
Mm-hmm. Although, I think the ice arrows, the blue fire arrows, are a bit more of an advantage.
True.
Ice with blue fire arrows feels so good.
I
am an anti-ice rusher in some ways, just because I don't like walking out to ice. Because it's so far. But when you have blue fire arrows, it seems to make up for it.
Okay, so that angle looks pretty. That angle looks pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking my notes for the sword recoil.
Yeah,
yes, the sword recoil. The trick is, like, it's really nice to route this in. Both runners have the ability to go do this the vanilla way, but this is faster. Yeah, again, that trick is pretty... I don't want to say it's easy. I don't want to say anything is trivial. That's I tell my students it's the S word. S is for straightforward. I don't tell them that. So the trick, though, is that there can be tricks that are tight and tricks that are loose. That's a pretty loose trick. There's a lot of angles where that works.
Gotcha.
That I've never seen someone recoil off that, so that's interesting.
Ooh, and we get the rare ground jump with hover boots here in Forest Temple.
I love doing that. It's such a tiny speed up, but it feels good. Until you accidentally get yourself stuck under the ceiling there, and then you void out.
Ooh, yep.
All the stupid things we've done in this game.
Well, and since you have Aurora's Wind, you never have to go back to the bottom of the block.
Yeah. And so we're seeing, like, because Keipi did that, he actually just snatched the lead. Like, the outright lead in Forest.
Mm-hmm.
He spent a little less time pushing blocks. Okay, now I want to see this peak here, because I don't even try this peak because it fails so much for me. Okay, this is the... Okay. Here's my version, okay.
Just back walk in, back walk out.
Yeah, Keipi did skip that skull, however, I think that was the correct decision. That skull is not a 20 skull.
That's just more of your out of the way for like 30 or 40.
Yeah, or if you're rushing. Like, we're not... it's for Bane. You're gonna have some time to get another skull.
Oh yeah, plenty of other dungeons to get more skulls.
Yeah, can I time more than block pushing? Yeah. It all adds up, though. It just all adds up. Oh, also, I'd like to introduce a new principle of Forest Temple I would like to produce Kalo's Law, which is that Lupo has the goods. whenever I see them, it's like, oh, yep, Kalo's Law.
Okay, yep. So there's part of it. So there's still a chance.
Mm-hmm. It could just be a key in this case. We're looking at...
Which, at this point, it's a 50-50 chance at this point.
Exactly. Also, can I just say that the UI improvements that have been made to the keys, one, amazing for me as someone who has the approximate memory of a drunken goldfish, but also for commentators, it's wonderful since we get to... Oh, do they have the boss key? No, I don't see it on their screen.
Oh yeah, that is a very nice addition.
Did I get the boss? How many keys do I have? Did I get the boss key?
Ooh, okay, so key on bow chest, so Blue Po still could have
our last key.
Yep, last key, but Blue Po could still have the goods.
Yeah, of course, pointing out, we have no reason to believe that we have to find anything important here in Forest.
Other than its progression.
Yeah, other than the fact that we need to finish it, it's long, you might as well just take through it. Just go ahead through it. Yeah, definitely. I think that that both runners would probably want to go towards Ice Cavern because that is a very strong move right now. Keipi is going to have a much easier time of it between the magic and the scale.
Kalo's Law did not apply today.
Did not apply today. Do you know the song in Ice? No.
Yeah, because there's a chance of having the single hint or dual hint. I feel like there's either a single hint or a dual hint for Ice Cavern now.
There are 2 single hints for the end of Ice Cavern, but the song is always going to show up as one of your randomly selected songs at Temple of Time.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, so this is also pointing out that, yes, Keipi did spend the extra time doing a potentially unrequired Dango's Cavern, doing Valley, but he's making up more than enough time with just those items he found there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why, like, yeah, it can be worth it.
Oh no!
Out of the areas.
I almost thought I almost thought ACU didn't have the key and he was just stuck there.
No, that was just a weird camera angle.
Gotcha. Whew. Well, what's also interesting, we have not found all seed are the logical breakers known as bomb shoes.
Yeah, we've not seen any bomb shoes. That is pretty interesting. Yes. Although I definitely did do the Storm Song was Serenade. I definitely have done the thing where I'm like, I get to the back of Shadow Temple into the spike room. I see my key. I'm like, yep, that's my key. Walks away without picking it up.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yep, I've done that, and then I just like standing there in front of the door, I'm like, what? What?
I'm like, why would you? Why have another key? Why have a key in front of the boss key door?
How did I get here if I didn't have a key? Very confused. Alright.
Almost to the end of Forest.
We do here at the end of Forest that could be relevant. First off, this thing I cannot see to save my life, but the correct Meg spawns in before the others, so you can get an easier target on them. I can't see it to save my life.
Neither can I. I always just wait for the one. I just always wait for her to spin, and I love how she just shows up instantly now.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of waiting for like 4 seconds.
Again, so many nice little quality of life things that the devs have added, and there's just like little things that happen. Like, I don't need to have the game broken for me, but just like make me sit around slightly less.
Exactly.
And hey, if you want the game broken for you, there's tons of options for that.
Right.
Boss, just play on glitch mode and boss key skip down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Play on no logic, and then
Yeah, Forest
have no
Temple's like one of the fastest. I don't know what you guys are talking about. You just do a couple little jumps and some rolls, and you're in game mode.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That is also very true. Ooh, boss key at the very bottom.
Yeah, we knew that had to be there because we never found it, but...
Yup.
Yeah, like, that skull next to that chest, that's a good skull.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That is, like, 2 extra actions and a turn away from place you'd normally want to be.
But it's like, it's one of those skulls where, like, you're here at the basement, you may as well grab it.
No, Tobias, that's not Trapdoor Splits. That's not what I mean by that.
I was gonna say, there's not really much you can break in Triforce Blitz either, unless I'm mistaken.
I mean, you can just jump through. You are allowed to jump through a wall in Shadow.
Oh yeah, I remember doing that. Yep, that one actually was pretty fun.
It's pretty fun actually, yeah. Pretty fun
But,
and easy.
but you then run the risk of walking yourself out of the bottom half of Shadow Temple.
And that's why Laiatu is a god who like coded stuff to make sure you don't lock yourself up, hard lock yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you want the game broken for you, that feature where you can display Song of Time to change ages wherever you're standing.
Ooh, oh yeah.
That breaks your logic.
And I think that's one of the things that's from the combo rando, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's really pretty good. Yeah, the reason you have to glitch throughout and moving the block is you have basically the choice was do you choose to glitch through and just like show this is out of logic, or do you like fuck up the logic in Shadow, because the logic in Shadow gets very broken when you put on the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need a hook shot. You don't need strength upgrades.
You
could
could
be required to go through like go forward and back through Shadow.
Right.
It's not great.
All right, so overall, Forest had nothing.
Yeah, Forest was not great. I mean, it had progression. It's good to get I would say, like, even if you know that Forest is late in Logic, if you have everything you need for it, just finish it, because it's not getting faster, and the worst feeling is being in Go mode and having to do Forest.
Very true.
That is horrible. The worst dungeon to still have to do in Go mode. The second worst is Jabu.
I was gonna say between Forest and Shadow, because Shadow's also very linear.
Shadow, you have places that... I don't know, I like doing Shadow. But I also just like doing Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow's fun, but it's just it's a similar linear feeling, but not so much as Forest. But
yeah. Mostly with Forest, it feels like there's a lot of waiting around for stuff, like waiting around for the pose, waiting around for all the Stealth fights to start. I think that's why it feels less good than Shadow.
all right, so looks like we're seeing KP go for an Ice Rush. Oop,
Yeah.
and breaking in with the hover boots.
Oh, if you can do that smoothly, it's so fast and so nice. There's some things where you just kind of lose a trick because you don't do it enough, and that's one where I'm unfortunately, at that.
I think I remember trying to do that as well as the chicken bacon, and I think I've lost my ability to do those. Oop, and
Chicken bacon's not bad. AC, where are you going?
no scale to get in river.
Okay, we're going towards... Good. We're not trying to go through the shortcut again.
All right, long shot for KP.
Are we gonna dip fire?
Ooh, that is a potential. Find the.
Spicy.
Ooh, because I could still have our second magic for Rova Path. Maybe. No, well,
I mean,
the first
it
magic.
won't be
No,
path, but he doesn't have that knowledge.
I was almost about to wonder, wait, because we already have the magic from Valley, because wouldn't that exclude magic from Fire Temple Rova Path?
Yes.
Okay,
That is
never
Sphere 1
mind.
magic. That is...
That's right.
That is on the path of Shadow. And if it's on a path at all, it's on a path of Shadow.
Got it. So yeah, so Fire Temple, all we can find is Mirror Shield at this point.
Yeah, I'm almost certain this has to be Mirror Shield.
Could be runas.
Yes, we still don't know. It depends on what we see.
Ooh,
Okay.
early boss key.
Early BK. Okay, so you're gonna grab the BK and leave. It could be Lens. That is true purple.
Ooh, for logical crossing. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Bolero is in Burning Cat.
Burning
All
Cat.
right.
All right, so
So
that's
useless Sun Song, potentially useful Sarias,
or Requiem. I am hoping for Requiem, honestly.
I think we all are in our hearts.
Mhm.
The only thing that would make it interesting is this for Sarias, and there's something on Darunia.
Mm-hmm. All right, time for the Metal Gear splatter. Very good. Both of our runners are quite healthy right now, noting that. A lot of people are like, do you try and keep your health low? Both for death whipping reasons and for, saving time reasons, but you do enable more routing decisions. Like, I don't love doing this routing decision. I hate climbing out of fire. I think I would do anything but climb out of fire if I can help it. Because it sucks.
I try to have myself around. I try to have myself around 6 hearts, and if I get any more, I'm like, okay, whatever.
I want at least 5. 5 is the point where nothing in the game can one-shot you.
True.
I think we're gonna see DC out of ACU. Like DC into the 20 Soul Hinden.
Looks like it.
Ooh, 19. That's... Again, it depends on what his routing plan is. I think that's probably a little higher than you want it to be at this point, honestly.
Yeah, because you can get the one in Adult Night CAC.
That one depends on night, but you can't make it night reliably right now, so I don't mind having it be higher.
Ooh, we got something here in Ice Cavern.
Unsurprising to me, honestly. We're a bit locked out of stuff. Fire arrows.
I find that's funny. The
Fire
fire.
use
The
the blue fire arrows. The fire arrows. That makes sense. It just changed the color of your arrows.
But it's the fire arrows that don't even melt doesn't melt the ice in here aside from the freezers.
Yeah, that actually would not have been a path to Rova, because Din's Fire has to be accessible before going to Spirit Temple.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Or before completing Spirit Temple, pardon me.
More bombs.
And yeah, this is actually a lovely place to be picking up some skulls for KP. Like, this is gonna work out very nicely.
Ooh, okay,
Another
okay.
big chest here.
Calm down, Ice Cavern, calm down.
Due to path prioritization, Purple. There's our
I
land.
Okay.
hate it.
Alright, so yep, so that's pretty much, that 100% confirms that Mirror Shield is locked behind Hammer.
Yep. Yes, Shadow Temple is required because of the idea of path prioritization. Shadow Temple and Water Temple must be completable before you complete Spirit, Jamu, Forest, and Deku. Logically. You have to be able to complete all of those before you can complete the other dungeons. Because the Water and Shadow have to... The game thinks your first goal is to get into Ganon's castle, period.
Mm-hmm.
After you've accomplished that goal, you will have to, after you accomplish that goal, you can open the door, which requires the other medallions, and after you accomplish that goal, you can kill Ganondorf. Which basically requires just that you have that could be bow. There could be a very weird opportunity where there's a third path type that's for bow. Maybe magic.
Yeah, depends on your layout.
But because of the way the hints are laid out here, Twin Rova is a second prioritization path. So that means that anything that's hinted to Twin Rova cannot be directly hinted to Bongo. Bongo must have... All of Bongo's items are hinted to Bongo, and then anything that's left over is going to be hinted to Rova. So, because Din's Fire would be required, you can't have that arrows being a path to Rova, because if they were needed to get Din's Fire, there would be a path to Bongo. It's easy when you draw it out in a little picture with like Venn diagrams, but I sort of explained it to my colleague when we were in office hours together when I was writing that document. Sort of.
Ooh.
Okay, we got Sarias.
Okay, so that... Ooh, this looks like Vanilla Requiem.
Yeah.
Or... Yep, that's Vanilla Requiem.
That's we require crossing. You have to go there to cross. You could... I'm not gonna cold shot it entirely, but my sense is that we probably have a letter in GTG.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can definitely logically get there with the long shot. You can get the long shot logically, you can get across.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if ACU elects to KZ skip at some point, it will be to his benefit. Because that will probably be his opportunity to check the valley checks. KV definitely has a strong head of steam ahead, though.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a matter of like how conservative are you, how aggressive are you. And in the case of ACU, he looks like he did something that I would consider to be a reasonable play, which is be conservative locally but aggressive globally.
Mm-hmm.
So clear areas, but don't like push going to a whole bunch of areas. And in this case, that is holding him back a little, but it can also be a viable path.
Well, because after this, you can go straight into Kakariko and get the 10 and 20, and get light arrows.
Yep, that's good. Again, the other problem is it light arrows? It could be something else.
True.
So that is the one thing, because if you knew for sure it was light arrows, going this hard on it would not be reasonable. Because you don't need it until the end of the game, and you're going to be walking out of Shadow Temple at some point.
At this point, Evil's Bane could be our freaking hammer.
It could be.
That is true.
That's the thing. If you knew for sure it was light arrows, you wouldn't bother. But I don't know for sure if it's light arrows.
I don't know if it is or not. I think light
could be a hammer.
Chilling in fire.
Yeah, it could be a hammer. It could be. What else could be? hammer. It can be another strength upgrade for all we know.
Yeah.
Gold the scale for lab dive.
Yeah. There's a lot of things it can be basically right now.
Oh yeah.
This Keipi's getting really trolled by this Gwei.
Yeah, that Gwei sucks.
That Gwei will be completely far away, stay away from you, and refuse to fight you until you start climbing the ladder, and then it will throw you halfway across the lake.
Loopy. Alright, Keipi, now where are you gonna go?
This is towards GTG.
Ah, yes. That makes sense. And then that's
I
pretty easy.
mean, technically, they have removed the Gwei before. You just got to play Souls, and then
You
just
can
don't
also
pick up
do
it.
Randomizer.
That's true.
That's true.
Oops, all Gweis, okay.
Uh,
Hey, someone make that for me and I'll play it.
where all the enemies are just Gweis.
Yes. There's like increasingly large Gweis. Don't even bother like trying to fix the models, just like paste it over them.
It
Make
makes
it
the
as
Iron Knuckle.
janky as
Makes
possible.
all of a sudden you have Gweis hitting the same strength as Iron Knuckle for a temple.
Yes. Ooh, all of the major items are on Gweis in different locations. Okay.
Oh
We need
god.
more Gweis though. We need more Gweis to make that work. There's not a ton of Gweis.
Yeah, there's
'Cause, like,
Colossus.
where are there Gweis? There's Colossus, there's Lake, there's Child Knight, Longon Ranch.
Yeah, those are the three I can think of.
Yeah, those Gweis bad.
Ooh!
Din's Fire.
Din's on 10.
Okay, so we are...
So
Din's
Shadow
on-
Temple. Ooh, so Shadow Temple might have our lights.
Yeah. Oh, that is weird. So did Bane eat our path?
Hmm.
Oh, there's a big chest there in Valley.
Okay. So yeah, ooh. So that is a potential. The bongo hit got eaten up by Bane.
Yes. So what we know for sure is that any of the things that are hinted for Rova, Goma, Baronade, those are not required for Morph Water Shadow. You're not guaranteed to get a Bane, a Morph, and a Shadow hit. It tries to. Like, the generator tries to, but it's not guaranteed. There's prioritization. It puts a weight on it, but it's not guaranteed. It could also mean that we have a light arrow in Shadow. I think that seems most likely given the evidence.
Mm-hmm. But at this point now with Dins, you can just go ahead and full clear Shadow and just for progression and hopefully for light arrows.
Yes, I think that's true. I mean, of course, one of our runners has the fire, one of our runners has the magic.
Oh, that's right.
So we won't be doing that for a second.
That's right. All of a sudden you run into the other magic that's in Shadow. Oh no!
Again, I'm still, like, gonna put it cast out into the world. Oops, all DC.
Ooh, and there's a big chest on top of Fortress.
Yes, we got some. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know what this is gonna be. Yes, I'm just gonna, like, send out into the world Oops, all DC. Oops, all DC is where it's Dungeon Randomizer where every single dungeon is DC. Except for Shadow Temple. Shadow Temple is normal up until the bombable wall. And you bomb it and it's DC.
No, you just go. You go through all of Shadow. You ride the boat. All of that. You go into Bongo's room.
You open the door.
Oops, that's
DC.
easy. Because that is a thing. That is a thing that can happen. You can have it set so that dungeons can go to another dungeon.
Yes. Shout out to Mixed Pools. Best setting.
Mhm.
I love Mixed Pools. I love weird stuff. Weird stuff that makes me think really, really hard about the game is great. Because as a Logic player, it's just like, you understand the logic perfectly. But the game never challenges you with the logic. It's like, oh, I know what I need to do. And I know how to do it. And then it's like, I know what I need to do.
Where do I go for this?
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, shoutouts to the bridge in Lost Woods being the most interesting place for that.
Oh god.
There, you can be required to hover to that bridge to get to 2 separate entrances to do anything.
I think
You can be required to long shot off that bridge. It's great.
I think in one of my early seasons attempting to do entrance rando, I think there was a path on entrance on one of those bridge loading zones, and it's like, I cannot get over there, and it was a path I needed. And I'm like, no.
No, Dastar, it's not the strength; it's the long shot you need there. Come on, get to the program. Yeah. So there is a big chest here. This is probably more relevant than anything I'm saying right now.
I just caught the glimpse of the big chest. Let's see what we got.
Look.
Oh.
Okay, so that is
a bailout.
potentially very good. Also, ACU is getting the strength too. Very good. Okay, so that is good for wanting a nice competitive game. We do love a good competitive game around here.
Mm-hmm.
ECU still has a bit of catch-up to go, but that does give him 2 options for getting his magic and being able to do things. He's probably still going, unless he decides to go to Valley, like, right now, because he's, like, just hunting for what he's missing, because I think that's a reasonable response right now.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Valley right now, hunting what he's missing. He could find Letter. I mean, he's probably expecting Letter, honestly. He doesn't have access to GTG logically.
Man.
I mean,
logic is
can,
questionable.
Right. I mean, you can just jump over KZ's head, and then you have to go back around. It's slow, but it's an option. But doing a child cleanup here is going to pay out, so that's great. Oh, where are we going?
Hmm.
We're
Back
going.
adult.
Back adult.
Ooh,
Okay.
this could be an ice play?
I think that would be an ice play if I was gonna call it. But we're gonna go Serenade, which means we may be going in... This may be Valley.
Ooh, maybe. It's like, yeah, just do your last bit of child cleanup just to be thorough.
Yes, that would be my thought. Again, I'm bad at that, so I don't know what AC would be thinking in the situation.
Oh wait. Oh, he's taking the owl back?
This would give you the opportunity to check Tectite Grotto on the way.
Oh yeah.
So, like, yes, it might be a little longer, but it does give you the ability to get a bad check out of the way, so... A good option, honestly. This is what I think ACU's been doing quite well, is taking what are objectively longer routes that also manage to grab a out-of-the-way check going between places. I think he's done that very well. Yeah, he may be out of logical checks, period, I think, but... He's gonna go straight... He's probably gonna go straight to... We'll probably see him go straight to... Shadow upon getting that magic. And that's probably gonna be to his benefit. Because he's going to get that.
Yep, he's gonna get magic. Go adult, go in the Shadow, yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think as a player, I would expect ACU to stay in logic as opposed to... And again, yes, you expect this Rudo's letter. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, please.
We have a big chest here.
Yeah, the lifelinks get so slow when you get your shield eaten. Feels so bad.
Mm-hmm. At least, on the bright side, at least they can never eat the mirror shield.
It's true. Huh, I guess you could have guessed that that was a small chest by the location of those, rupees.
Ooh. Ah, slingshot.
Logical completion of Decketry.
Just locked behind several other items.
Well, locked behind a lot of the game, which so it doesn't surprise me that Decketry didn't really... Oh gosh. Tears of the Kingdom likes were, exceptional. Alright, so ACU will be going to the... If he doesn't go to the waterfall, I'll have very serious questions. But he's got an entire Shadow Temple to go. So he's gonna be the next one into a progression area.
Oh my god, GTG,
Okay.
just calm down.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. Oh,
Big-
yeah. It's still
big
pretty
okay.
calm. I think it's still pretty calm.
Alright.
Just a thought. Yes.
Alright. Hovers were in the DMC wall.
So that's why Keipi didn't go for that.
Because he already had the bombs.
Yep. Alright, so I better go put the kettle on because AC is coming to visit me. Oh, we got another big chest here. Maybe this one will have something usable.
Oh, ooh, skipping the key.
Yeah, he knows he doesn't need it.
Ah, fair enough. More keys in the maze, yep.
So there's
Okay.
letter.
Okay.
Letter isn't okay. So pending location of our pending the locations of our wallets, that is a logically required blue fire arrow.
Oh, wow. Yep, that is.
Mhm.
Yep, logical blue fire usage. Very, very nice.
I have no idea about the deadness or not deadness of toilet because I don't count.
As I saw 2 more keys in the maze, and there were 3 keys in the maze. Or
He had 3 keys, 4 keys walking in, 3 keys in the maze. I'm fairly sure that has to be a.
I think that might be an item in the toilet, maybe.
I think it might be a key in the toilet, but at any rate, we do not know. We'll pretend it. ACU, please. You can use the hook shot. If you're really struggling, use the hook shot. There we go.
Hookshot's so slow, man.
Yeah. Oh, physicists can't, like, I have a degree in mathematics. You expect me to do arithmetic?
Yes.
I have lost the ability to do that several courses ago. The only arithmetic guy, he's like, yeah, it's like 10. Yeah, Dins is on 10. So it is a hinted Kakariko to Bane, so we're gonna see Keipi get that, but ACU has it earlier. For whatever that's worth.
Ooh, there is another location that Din's light arrows. Oh wait, the composer
No, this
torches
is
that
hinted.
was hit. Oh yeah.
Torches I'm not sure was, but this one definitely was.
Yeah, this was Zora Tunic, but yeah, I don't
Yeah.
remember we got a hint for the composer torches.
This is a confession. I have been so bad at tracking my sometimes hints this season. Like, I haven't even counted how many I've had, and that's not a good habit to be in, but I've been so lazy.
I think there's only like what? It was only what, 4?
There
4
are
per
like,
seed?
no, there's like at least 7. And there's 2 dual hits.
Yes.
I just kind of have a generic layout where my dual hits and my other hits are the same, so whatever order I get them in, I can just do that. But, yeah.
I think, oh yeah, going through this, watching KP do this lensless crossing, I actually recently found a setup that allows me to side hops all the way through, the way through the crossing. That one was actually pretty fun.
I've seen that. When I was first starting, I did not have clean side hops. It was frustrating me. I do visuals. Visuals are great. Visuals are really consistent, easy to pick up if you've made a mistake. There's a big chest here in the Blades room in Shadow.
Because I think the main visual cue is to watch when the flags overlap.
Oh, I just look at the ground.
Okay.
There's lines on the ground you can follow, like the planes of there's all the planes of the geometry. You can follow those.
Yeah, where the seams overlap with each other's what you want
Interesting.
across.
Okay.
If you or anybody else would like to learn more about this, Alfalfa Field has incredible videos on this.
Oh yeah. Ooh, okay,
There's a
iron.
DLC booth. Okay, so that's water. Oh yeah, we're in business. We're in business. Very good, very good. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see the exactly.
There's the other OT hint. And a red rupee on the arch.
What do we got at Spirit? Okay, yeah, it's a vanilla rack. Required crossing. Makes sense.
Yep.
I'm just gonna, like, put in my little chip here, my little bet, that the hammer is long shot locked. It just feels right at this rate. Because we had this, like, path going through King Zora. Yeah. The runners are this seed is just the kindness in this seed, such as there is ever kindness in the seed, is that hinting of both of those hook shots. Because both of those spots can be very, very long to get to, and very, again, tilting is a very good word. Just when you're hunting something out for that long, that's that important.
Mm-hmm.
Also, nice backwalk. I don't like doing that as a backwalk because I'm a chicken, but it looks good when you do it.
Ooh.
And there's something in Spirit.
Dang, we've got ourselves a good route of big chests.
Yeah, well, we had to get something. Hey, now both of our runners can do water, hopefully. Listen, if Keipi goes and does water after this dip, I will love him forever.
Oh yeah, I think one of the calls I ended up doing gold scale water and it paid out.
It almost always does.
Well, unless you have a boss key on Central Pillar, and it's like,
yeah,
dang it.
It's like a 10% chance to not pay out. So I will take those odds. Oh yeah, we do have a water boss key hint, so yes, you can finish water.
Yep.
I guess the only question though is if there's an item in Central Pillar, because we have 2 items that we know are in unlocked water right now. Not child lock and spirit, always a good thing. Always a fun time. Nice not having to change age.
Yeah, just wait till you have the Song of Time age changes in temples and then.
Oh gosh, the logic shreds the logic. It's great. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna need your 2 strength upgrades to finish spirit. Me walking in as a child. What?
like, where did my logic go? What happened here?
Look, I know what my logic is, and I choose to ignore it.
I thought that's what bomb chews were for, essentially, as well.
Oh, that's anything, and that's everything. Ooh, that was an intentional void out there.
Ah. Gotta know the logic to go out of logic.
Yeah, if you fall in this room, if you've like, say, you know, if you've been falling here recently and you just want to have a little bit of safety, taking that intentional void out is this is why he would do it, because now he's going to come back here, which is a much easier place to recover from than the other side. So if you've been falling there recently, that's a great place to do it. It's a little bit of time sink, but it saves you more time if you are worried about it. And also just like doing safety strats, it gives you a bit of a comfort. And I feel like having comfort when you're playing is really helpful.
Oh yeah,
Other things are really helpful as items.
I also use that void out in the spike ceiling room to just get the timing. Ooh, always do it safely.
Yeah. Turn Scrub Sanity on, then you need it. Maybe. Yes, it's a great void out, love it. Great void out, love it, recommend it. I'm just a try hard, so I don't do it. Shadow is the one place I'll try hard. It's my house, I need to, like, own it. Yeah, the reason that Shadow is my house is that when I was first learning the game, I kept falling in the room that ACU just fell in. And I was just like, you know what, just forward my mail there, this is where I live now. The Shadow Temple Void Out plane. And so that's where I live now. Also, KB having no time for this nonsense and using the fire arrows on the Anubises.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
To say, yeah, if you have the fire arrows, why not use them?
Exactly. I've just already started moving through the hover boots movement by that time. Okay, so this is where I would have quit. Oh yeah, exactly. I get so many free hugs. It's great. Yeah. Okay, so AC is walking out here because he forgot to do a little teeny detail, and the little teeny detail is you need to not be facing this door when you open it if you want to do this scrap.
Oh, this one.
Yep. And sometimes you forget that, and it's like, okay, I'll just reset that, no problem. It saves you a ton of time, though, so it's very worth going back for that.
That's the thing, is even though you have the iron boots, yeah.
It's so fast. It's so much faster.
Wow.
Again, I tried doing it a lot of time when I was first starting. I had trouble catching it. We have a long shot lock spirit, that doesn't surprise me. We have another big chest, which doesn't surprise me as well. We have a wallet. Does that surprise me? I guess it doesn't. That does get us. That gets us our logical entrance into Fire Temple. We love that for us.
Mm-hmm.
KP is going directly into water. We love that for us. Oh no! No free hugs! No free hugs! There we go.
Oof. Yeah, Gibdos are more hug crazy.
Yeah, Gibdos are great. We got another big chest. We got the light arrows. Those are in shadow. Yep.
Yay.
Got eaten by the Bane. Got eaten by the Bane path.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yep. So.
Now we get to see gold scale water.
Gold
from
scale
Keipi.
water is my favorite trick in this game. My favorite trick sequence in this game. With a whole bunch of, targeted use of the long shot and momentum jumps, you can do all except for one check in Water Temple without the iron boots.
Ooh, but he's not going for the setting the Feroz wind in the boss door.
Yeah, I think if you already know you're gonna have to raise the water level again, since the boss key is in the river chest.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There we go. Now it's just a matter of hoping to find 2 keys relatively quickly.
Also, this is the perfect layout for doing a gold scale water. Like, perfect item layout. That's the one thing about gold scale water. I love doing it. It's my favorite.
He won.
It's a matter of, it just can be kind of a little slower in some places, so if you don't have a perfect layout, it might be worth waiting for irons. Also, I am so envious of those quick spins. Those look so good.
And that's another key. All right.
Okay, so we do have enough. So yes, we have enough keys. Very good. There are still 2 items out there in. If we had bomb shoes, we wouldn't have to lower the water. Sad.
Well, you'd need iron boots to get to that key anyway.
No, if you have. Oh, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so hover boots and bombs would be the only way to get to this one, which is
kind
of why.
No, you can also do a gainer. The hover boots and bombs are free. Free. Sorry, I said free. They are much easier. They're pretty dang easy. But the gainer is not free. The gainer is when I practice it, I have an 80% success rate.
And again, this is kind of one of those situations where it's like, yeah, this is why I would have gone set the Feroz win there.
Yeah. There is a matter of how much time are you save with FW if you have to think about it. If you have to, process the fact that you want to use FW and then do your menuing, it can actually not... You lose the time you're saving.
Fair
use
enough.
Your bow. Please use your bow. You have to... There you go.
Okay, or quick spin.
Or
whichever
quick spin,
works.
or whichever works. I was like, please. He's been
those
chasing you around for way too long.
Between the clams or the spike deals, those guys suck.
Yeah, those are not great. The enemies in water are annoying. They are a huge waste of time.
Then you also have the stingrays, which will pursue you until they hit you.
Mm-hmm. The keys of the sea. All right. Again, if you already have your FW out, that's really nice. You know, actually, you can in fact with the current layout use. Oh no, he can't. We might be able to see KP use the. We might be able to see KP use the long shot and Scarecrow song here, which is actually a little faster.
Yeah, we'll probably have ourselves do one on Dark Link, one on Bongo.
Yeah. Yeah, Skyrius, this entire seed, like, the hints were very kind.
Mm-hmm.
There were a lot of locations, like Hyrule Castle Fairy had Boomerang, and King's Aura had a hook shot, and there was also another hook shot in Domain. And it's just ridiculously kind results here. Like, those hints were so kind. All of those spots could have been very, very bad.
Oh yeah. But then again,
This
you
is
did kind
like
of
unusually nice hints.
with the exception of a pseudo casino for the Rudo's letter, which you run into in GTG.
It's not even casino if you run into it. Like, and you knew you were going around. There's enough to know that you don't really need to mess with it that much.
That is Bongo down.
Ooh, that is also true. We also have an unhinted hammer, which is locking our mirror shield.
Yep, we do need a hammer. That's true.
So between that or the unhinted magic in Valley, those.
So I do wonder we'd probably be seeing. Oh, if it's not like on Bongo right now, you could even consider going Ganon's Castle for it.
That is true.
Yep, that's the hammer right there. Yep, definitely. It's a very stick-shaped hammer.
I hope it's a bigger
Hang on.
sword.
We need this something. It's a BGS.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
it's a big one. Yeah, it's a big sword. Yeah.
We're not happy about that.
Oh, that's right. That was hinted.
Yeah, I have a like, oh, yep, it's hinted. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to get the long shot. Right.
Ah, yes.
Because with these iron boots and the scale, you can get in there real easy. In nasty hammer locations, list thereof. I think. What, Darunia? It's not hard to get to, but it's hard to make it's hard to pull the trigger to go child. Yeah, does ACU manage to skip ice? I would say probably not, but like maybe he decides to stay in logic. Honestly, if you're this might be a great time to stay in logic because
could Hammer be on Central Pillar or Morpha?
Yes.
Yes, because the game already expects.
No, it cannot. It cannot.
Oh, not?
Morpha has to be a key.
Okay, yeah.
Central Pillar.
Okay, yeah.
So Central Pillar
Depends on the rest of the key layout. So Central Pillar could have an item. We haven't seen enough to know.
There's not too many other nasty locations I can think of.
Yeah, but there's only one item left in water.
And that is looking to be Central Pillar.
Did we get a peek at Tech Type?
Yes,
Tech
it was
Type
nothing.
is nothing.
Okay.
We've not seen Lab Dive. The letter is in GTG, which is a pretty tasty spot to go, so it's not someplace I'd be worried about something skipping. Like, even if you skip it momentarily, you do come back. You will circle back to it.
Whoop! Quick kill.
Ooh, this is a fun quick kill.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, letter is in GTG. It's on the second, on the left side. Second to the left side of the keys.
It's
very nice, Morpha. Yeah, that is not easy. No, look who's staying in logic.
Going into water. Ooh, ACU going to the water temple right after KP.
Yeah, That's good for him, honestly. There wasn't really anything of note in Ice Cavern other than Saria's. And if you need Saria's, well, I'm sorry. And yes, Morph, as I said, had to be a key, logically, because we have... One of the things you can know with water, which can help speed it up quite a bit, water has 4 items in it. 2 of them are outside of the locked area, and 2 of them are inside of the locked area. We got hinted that the water, the vanilla big key chest, and the big iron sword were there, so we knew that our 2 locked items. So since the boss key was in the locked area, that meant more of it had to be a key.
Oh, okay.
So this is like free advice. How do you get the how do you speed this up?
I knew spirit key logic can be very interesting. I didn't realize what.
Oh, water key logic is like, it's simpler and it can speed up things a lot more than it can do things a lot more than water key logic. And yes, cool for reachable only. If you're doing League, you need to know water key logic. Water key logic is essential in League.
My understanding of water key logic is it's either 0 or 5.
Yep, it's
that's
0
my
or 5.
understanding.
Exactly. And but that does tell you where you can place items, so you can speed you up quite a bit. Ooh, Compass First Gamer.
That's my route through Water Temple. I always go Compass first.
I don't love Compass First when hunting for keys, but
just get these
obviously, Keipi didn't have this option because you cannot Compass First with Open Scale.
And it's a key.
The 6th key has to be behind the other 5. It does not have to be behind the other 5, but is almost always. It is like a 99% thing. Alright, so Keipi is going to be hitting up Shadow. And this is why Compass First is like sometimes a little sketchy, because if you lower the water first, you don't have to deal with the keys of the sea.
That's true.
There are good reasons to do it, but actually the reason you would do it is there's a weird route you can do if you have, particularly if you have furores. If you are just looking for items in water, it can be more efficient in some ways to grab 2 keys off of the compass map and the map below map if you have the right items for it, and do Darklink first.
Fun fact, once our runners have completed Shadow and Water Temple, they can both enter Ganon's Castle, which could potentially have our hammer.
It's true.
And since we skipped over this on the first hour, happy 2 hours.
Oh my gosh, 2 hours slipped up on me. Hey, so what that means is it's time to thank all of everyone involved here. Thank you to our trackers. Is that so it is? Yep, thank you to Purple and Boring Sandwich, first time tracker, welcome. You are a very interesting sandwich in my heart. Thank you to our runners for allowing us to restream, Keipi3 and ACreativeUsername, ACU. I don't know about Keipi's streaming. I know ACU I can recommend is a very lovely person to talk to, so I'm sure Keipi is as well. So if you like what you're seeing, follow them. They're great. And commentary. It's good coming into the booth with y'all. SaigoGetsuga and NewITGuy. I haven't been in here in a while.
Yeah, same here. Shout outs to you as well, Jax, for being on comms.
I don't think I've done comm like once since SGL, and I like comms, but I haven't had much time. Oh yeah, of course.
Shout out to Tobias. Yup, I was just about to say.
Yeah, he's this Tobias guy. He only makes everything work and does, codes things on like his coding speed running, and oh yeah, we have a race monitor who is nobody. Nobody just about
according to the race room, it's Tobias as well.
Oh, thank you, Tobias. Well, here is a Darklink fight. I mean, if you see Tobias playing Zooter, it's funny. You should watch it. Particularly, if I'm involved at all, because Bird's smart. Yeah, Tobias doesn't stream that often, but if you do see him slaying Zooter, it's funny. You should watch. But the thing is, there's people who are rubbish at games and aren't funny about it. There are people who are rubbish at games and it's like are still like enjoyable and like what good, you know, not and like good spirits about it. So there's the irons for KP, and he's like, "Yep, I just finished up water.
That does nothing. Those are
Actually,
literal.
like,
those are
yeah.
DLC boots on his end.
Yep, those are DLC boots.
Are they?
Yeah, there's nothing else they can be for. Oh,
Toilet, maybe. That could be a nasty
I
location.
think it has to be a key. I'm not sure though.
Did we see Central Pillar?
No, we did not see Central Pillar.
You have to have the iron boots to get the Central
We
Pillar.
do, and
Yes.
I choose to reject
Ignore
that
it.
possibility.
And I fully support your decision to do that. I'm just saying it could cause someone a race to do that.
Yeah, well,
Potentially, but you never know.
listen, as someone who has done 50 skulls to get a gold scale rather than go 3 more checks in forest to get the irons.
Ooh, oof.
Yeah.
I'm committed to the bit sometimes.
That was me going for the 40 skull bow, and then ran into the bow in Ice Cavern.
Yep. There you go. Except Keipi to do Jabu for hunting for the hammer any further. Is that true?
How do you pass up going to Ganon's castle? You're already
I mean,
adult.
that's the question. Like, do you go to Ganon's castle, set your Furore's Wind at the top, go clean out? It's an option. The thing is, but also density, because there's like 4 checks there. Like, and nothing. We've done everything else over there. Like, it's literally just Jabu. So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
four checks in Jabu versus 7 in Ganon's castle.
7 Ganon's castle that opened up like after finishing Water and Shadow, whereas previously you had Jabu that was like Jabu's been doable for Jabu's doable like right now too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. And it looks like yep, ACU is gonna go straight to Ganon's castle, or it could be child. Oh wait, no letter, so no child.
Yeah, no letter, so he would not go child. Even if no motivation to go child. Which does the most speed up when you're in go mode? Dodongo's Cavern can be quite fast. Deku is very fast.
Yep, Deku's fast. Just didn't fire your way through the webs.
Yeah, it's either Deku or DC, depending on your trick ability.
I was about to say either water or fire, but those rely heavily on the
Key location, yeah. ACU is gonna go to castle, which I do agree with.
Yep, I do not fault this one at all.
Because there's also the progression idea, but there's also the breadcrumb idea. Like, it feels like, you know, you kind of feel like you're getting led through a seed. Like, oh, well, now this area is, I finished this big thing, now the area is open, I should go to that area, now leave me to the next area. It doesn't always work. It could be that there's just like, it's just sitting over there in Boomerang chest. But, we don't know. Also, with Furore's Wind, this is not bad at all, because you are potentially setting yourself up for a little time save.
Ooh, but ACU's doing the climb first before doing the rest of the trial rooms. That's
Fine.
interesting.
But that's actually fine because it means you can warp out of the trial rooms.
That's fair.
Yeah, Gomo DC is a state of mind. Like, you just have to accept. You have to. Are you gonna commit dive DC early, or are you gonna just wait until you can go mode it, or just see if you can go mode it?
I think a go mode DC only exists as if it's marked foolish and it's not anything important, like light medallion or something like that.
Or
unless
if
you need
you're-
to think during the siege.
Or if you're an absolute madman and you have exactly five bomb juice.
Sure.
6 bomb juice? 6 bomb juice.
I think it's.
You're an absolute madman have 6 bomb juice.
7. Oh no. Well, if you skip everything...
Yeah, if you skip everything, you need to get in the door. You need 2 for the eyes. You need 1 for the, to enter the fight, and you need 2 for the fight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an absolute madman, you have 6 bomb shoes, you could do it. I would not recommend this, but you could.
As long as you know the ground jump with shoes into the mouth.
Yeah. Honestly, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. One of the big things I finally picked up was what people were telling me to do when they said to hit the shield and the A at the same time to do ground jumps, so I was able to do it not against a wall.
Nice bow extension.
Yeah, nice bow extension. Nice big chest. Let's see what we got. The hammer.
I called it! Hammer!
Okay, so we're in good shape here. ACU has got a pretty sensible path to the forward. He almost just left. He almost just left.
All we need now is Mirror Shield, which is in Fire Temples, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, ACU doesn't need to do anything else.
Oh yeah, he's leaving. He's out.
No,
he needs to stop the GTG on the way to He needs to stop the GTG on the way to Spirit.
Oh, that's right.
But I think he had a sense there.
Keipi got his lights.
Very good. I'm gonna try this backwalk across SFM.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Has free hover.
Yep. Keipi is not necessarily ahead unless he decides to go get Hammer.
Well, but he is ahead in the fact that he also does have the letter from...
He has the letter.
ACU is going to have to make a trek out to GTG for that.
He has to walk there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and definitely GTG is a pretty... I think that's a reasonable route.
We have to say goodbye to the emotional support fish.
It was very supportive while it was there. It's waving goodbye to you. Thush. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what decisions get made here. Jabu, we know, is not going to have anything in it. Well, we know. They don't know. Guess we need to get Hyper on for a demonstration. Alright, so AC is gonna go hunt down that mirror shield, then I think you cross Wasteland. And then I guess the running question is, do you just try and do Spirit and see if you're... I think you... Do you peek GTG?
I would say you would still do GTG because it's on the way.
And you're missing Rudos. That's...
I'm not sure if I would do it, though. I think I would peek it.
Well, and you may go...
Letter is actually fairly early in GTG. It's second chest left side.
Yeah,
so if you grab one key from the bow and then just check left side maze, you got it, and you're in go.
Right.
But, again, I understand that this is like... I personally like just stepping into GTG and seeing if, you just shoot the bow target and see if they're... and check the maze.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that's it's a pretty fast target of opportunity, but clearing GTG would feel very conservative.
Right.
And that in chat saying do Spirit and then reverse GTG does also make sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that also makes tons of sense. That's also an option. Just, I personally am on team. Just look at the front as long as you're there, because that could save you so much time. And it's a fairly low cost investment. It could save you more than the time you spend reversing.
Dumb question. Did ACU set up Scarecrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Both of our runners have Scarecrow set.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for the potential mirror shield on Pierre.
Yeah.
That's not why I was asking. I was asking for a totally different reason.
I also don't. I'm also unsure about ACU's ability to do Pixel Shot. I would, if I had to gamble, I would say ACU probably not confident with it. KP probably has it.
All right.
I mean, if Stuckman's still floating around, he'd be able to contradict me.
Nice one cycle for ACU.
Very nice. That's what we want to see.
Oh, and unfortunately, just missing the one cycle on Bongo for.
Yeah, missing the one cycle on Bongo is not as punishing as missing the one cycle on Bulb, at least.
True. And down.
Oh, missing one cycle with bigger on sword too, KP.
Exactly. That's that.
Yeah, that feels a little worse.
I've been missing my one cycles, but it's been with Master Sword, so.
If I don't have bigger on sword, I always just go for the one cycle quick spin strats with the Master Sword. I am not good at counting beats of BPM with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The boss with the longest cycle is Rova.
It's gotta be Rova.
Rova.
It's Rova then
It's Rova.
Baronade.
Baronade feels so good when you get it.
Oh yeah, it does.
Well, and that even with proper execution, I think it's still slower than like. Well, Volv might be next actually, because even those sequences take a while to do.
Yeah. So Skater Boy
if you
instead.
don't-
Yep, your option. Skater Boy. Also an option. We're out of season for it, but All I Want for Christmas Is You is also at 150.
Oh God. I know We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sisters also 150.
There's a lot. Basically, go to jog.fm and look for songs that you'd like at 150, and you'll probably be able to get something.
Ooh, chat pointing out, did ACU not grab? Oh, he didn't go into the warp?
No, he saved quit out, which is the correct thing to do here because climbing back into fire is slow.
Ah, fair enough.
If you want to do this in your own seed, that blue warp stays there, even if you save quit out. Therefore, if you want to save quit out, you can save quit out and then you can go back and get your medallion. So that is a good thing if you want to stay in fire.
That sounds very dangerous and something my ADHD brain cannot handle. Remembering.
Listen, I have ADHD.
As do I.
I think half the community has ADHD because we're all like puzzle-obsessed gamers. Forgetting stuff is normal.
Yeah.
But it's a good detail. It's a good detail you can do. You cannot. It will never lose you your medallion. You can just leave.
Yeah, I do enough, but I can only deal with only having one tracker and just keep the path hints in my head.
Yeah. I definitely have a layout. There's a reason I have kind of a deeply constructed tracker for my for all my stuff because I need it down in front of me. Okay, Shanamet for KP. So KP and ACU are tied for meds now. Although with the decision to go into fire earlier, or a decision to, well, KP basically has been in, will have to go do the same thing ACU did, which is leave the fire dip and go get the hammer and come back. Which, you know, he'll be able to come straight back from Ganon's castle. Yeah, he's setting up W in fire, which is fine. So he won't. He will not be able to leave his. He won't be able. Oh, he's going to Jabu.
Yep.
That's fine.
Makes sense at all. That's a place Hammer could also be from his perspective.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Keipi needs to go IGC and ACU needs to go GTG. I think that both of those things seem fairly sensible routing decisions from their perspective. So I would not be surprised to see those done. Is there any other child lineup he's likely to end up wasting time on?
Arunia's Joy, let's go.
I don't think so. There's just so little in child. I don't think he's on chickens. But I don't know if he would want to do chickens considering he knows what he's in for. Ooh, nice. I have such a hard time with that.
Oh, the glitchless jump up to the rock of the
Well,
block.
you didn't do
No,
glitchless,
dropping
you did
the
the
bomb.
dropping the bomb while jumping.
Mm.
I do the glitchless almost always though, just because I figure if I'm gonna have a strategy, I want to have one strategy that works every time.
Fair enough.
Also, Keipi already has his fish out. Nice little efficiency.
Ah, ha ha ha, pun intended.
Efficiency. Not intended. Okay, this. You know, the longer we go on, the more likely is this mirror shield is on Pierre.
Uh-huh. But at least both our runners have Scarecrow song.
Oh yeah, that's... Because again, pixel shot's an option, but I'm unsure about pixel shot confidence. I'll say if you're not, like, dead confident on it, it's not a great trick to throw out in a bracket stage, or in a race.
I was gonna say, I remember that being a key defining in a season 7 race.
Mm-hmm. And again, I lost a race to season 7 challenge of champion Daredevil X to not knowing pixel shot, and then I went and sat down and learned it immediately.
That probably should be the next trick I learned, but yeah.
It's not easy, but like it is. You know that one. You know how I say like the trick in forest is not tight. That's a tight trick.
Pixel shot is
an option. Ooh,
yeah, pixel
okay,
shot is.
Hold up.
I have never seen that jump before.
Maybe there's a reason it's called pixel shot.
It is, yes, but also hello, AC. That was really cool.
Yeah, I've never seen someone jump from there up to there.
Yeah, that's great. That's really, really good. We're going straight to Pierre.
Let's go.
Friendly reminder, everyone, if you set your Scarecrow and it doesn't take, this is a glitch that can happen. It is FPA-able. You can call FPA for that. Please remember this. Thank you. Yeah, and again, executing, not easy. But
Wait, what's the glitch that can happen?
sometimes if you play your Scarecrow song too fast as a child, it cannot register. And then
Oh.
and then you go as adult, you won't be able to confirm it. It's happened a few times in the top 32 first round, like to a couple people.
I think both matches had it.
Oh, it's deep. This thing is very deep.
Yikes. But yep, it looks like a key needed to progress.
Yeah, but there were keys in both other spots, so this means there's a bunch of items at the top.
Ugh. Mirror shield on Hecaton Hammer?
Possible at this rate. Okay, is this doable? Holy!
Barely.
Oh man, I don't like that. Don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like falling from there either.
I mean, I'll
I typically
do it,
jump down
but-
from if you line up with the door up there and jump down,
Yeah.
you land in front of the door that AC just went through. Oh, the game blocks you to the center. Okay, nice. Thanks, game. I still don't trust myself, honestly. If I twitched a little, I would definitely fall off there.
Mhm.
So I like going to the door and just rolling forward. Because that just lands you on the bulkier part, so there's a little more room for post-landing twitches.
Mm-hmm. That boomerang was not going where it should have gone for that tentacle.
Yeah, that's the boomerang. This is all boomerangs, honestly. There we go. Is this it? Is this our mirror shield? Mirror shield? Mirror shield? Hello?
Mission? Mission?
Mirror shield!
Mirror
Ooh, I like
shield.
that color. Nice color.
All right, and with that, we are in no mode.
We're in no mode. Yeah, we're in no mode. But yeah, AC still wants to check this because he has no.
Okay,
He
yeah,
has
that's the other trick I have somehow not been able to get to either. The back walk through that maze. It's like, come on.
It's just you go against the door.
Yeah, and you turn
And then you
90.
just need to give yourself plenty of space and you just get and walk back.
Mhm.
Oh, there's our wallet. So yep, that confirms that this was in fact a logically required fire arrows.
Yep.
Wow,
Bless.
that's just insane.
Yeah, I'm unsure if there were any keys left. I think that is a acceptable gamble. Yeah, we got one. We got one. We did it. We did it, everybody.
Woo!
And yeah, if you don't have a clean 90-degree backwalk, you will, like if you're rocking to the side off of your backwalk, it will mess you up. Oh, I don't love this stick count here from Keipi. He's gonna have to use a K-sword slash in Baronade.
Ooh, yeah.
At least it's not a pot.
As I say, yeah, because that's why you have to use a stick on the big octo.
Stick is really important for Big Octo. You can just do a K-sword slash on the third cycle of Baronade, but you also have to be cognizant enough to remember to do that. Yeah, the only problem with that is like it works perfectly fine. It's not gonna, in theory, it isn't slower, but the question is, are you going to automatically lock into that, or are you going to
Muscle
fall off
memory.
it? Muscle memory off it, yeah. Okay, so AC is certainly gonna walk past GTG here. We'll see if he decides to go into GTG.
Mm-hmm.
Again, my personal bias is always going to be like, just take a look at the front while you're there, because you'll feel really silly if you walk in, shoot the eyeballs, and your go mode item comes down after you've had to walk across the wasteland. Oh, we'll also get to see what's in here, because when Keipi walked past, he didn't have the hammer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Double defense.
No, the double defense is on the top.
That was the fortress.
Oh.
What's this? Ooh, what's this? That's like
Slingshot. R27 slingshot.
Oh, looks like we're gonna go for the what I like to call the horny jail peak.
Sounds about right.
You just got thrown to jail. Thrown to horny jail. And I have to look at their chest.
Now I get it.
Yep. Listen, I said I was an adult. I did not say I was mature.
Ooh, that is a.
Also,
that is
how do you do that little thing? That's something where I've seen people do it a million times. I never figured out how to do it, just because like it does absolutely nothing.
Nope.
Except for giving you something to do with your hands while you're waiting for the cutscene to finish.
I just usually just stick my shield onto the spikes and just watch the recoil.
Yeah. It's cooler when you can slide backwards. Okay, so here's the big question. Like, this is something where, at Keipi's level, it's something where it's still going to be a debate. Are you going to go for box skip? This is a box skip symbol.
Nope.
Nope, nope, nope. Okay, and I'm okay with this. Box skip skip is a very good strategy. I support box skip skip.
Doing it the intended way is the correct way.
Well, box skip is where there is a trick where you can essentially jump off of that little little switch and be able to do it. However, it saves like a couple of seconds if you get it the first time.
Yeah, the second time it's break even, the third time you're losing, but you're committed to it because you
can't go back.
Yeah.
Unless you want to walk all the way around.
Right.
So, basically, it looks real dang good. HU's not going into GTG. Alright, so we're gonna see him do a full clear of Spirit here.
Alright. Alright, let's see KP's Baronade.
Yeah, so I would say that given the decision to put off GTG and the potential for a full clear of Spirit, we're probably looking at a slight advantage KP right now, but... Okay, you get Child Spirit, that's an interesting thought. Honestly, that's not a horrendous idea, considering,
So we have the boss key on the adult side, I remember. Oh, yep, the K-Sword slashes.
Yep. Yeah, the issue is just that do you remember to switch to K-Sword? And he did, which is great. I think it depends on key count device. I think, yeah, actually, if you're looking for hammer, that makes sense to me. I don't know. KP has already dipped Spirit. He's done what you can do in Spirit. Almost everything you do in Spirit without... Everything you did in Spirit?
I believe so. Yes, because he did the long shot to the key, and that was the last he did.
Okay. So he's not climbed Spirit all the way. So there is one check that is accessible. It is a long shot lock Spirit though, so who knows?
Right.
What are we missing here?
What? Where? Oh! I was gonna say, wait, Lost Woods is Baron. Lost Woods Baron.
Lost Woods is in fact Baron, yes. Ooh,
Yeah,
Baron checks
probably forgot.
slightly.
More than likely
2.5
forgot.
hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. You don't remember why you ignored it, you just did. Here, $50. Yeah, he's gonna go do, Skull Kid then. Yep, again, you have it on your tracker. Are you reading your tracker? Are you absorbing the words on your tracker?
Granted,
Yeah.
granted, it's one of the hints you saw at the very, very beginning of the seed, and 2.5 hours in, you probably it's probably easy to just have forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Big race of chickens here. Yeah, we're child cleanupping from KP.
Yep, just the hammer from KP and the letter from ACU.
Yeah. So, either way, we got each to do a progression dungeon that we didn't have our items in it, and we'll see if when they get to the non-progression dungeons that don't have their item in it, or that do have their item in it. Pardon me. Huh. God, this is gonna be terrifying for both runners, though. One aim from go, a whole bunch of areas open, a whole bunch of stuff you've left behind.
Thinking, why hasn't my opponent finished yet?
Oh yeah.
That's the big thing.
Especially with, like, and it seems
I mean,
like this show, you're
particularly...
like, what did I miss?
Also, both the spots that KP and ACU went, Yen's Castle and GTG, those are spots where both of those are very well motivated spots to go. Like, if one of them was on, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a bad spot and failing. If one was on, like, a really stupid spot, you could justify it with, like, oh, well, it's a really bad spot. I'm sure my opponent didn't go there because it's a really bad spot. Because this is a good spot, for both of these options. It's like, oh god, they've been here a million years ago. Why aren't they done? Why aren't they done?
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to do Child Spirit if they can avoid it. But
All right, so KP, will you go Ganon's Castle?
almost certainly with this walkout.
Mm-hmm.
And there he goes.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to Ganon's Castle. He's going to be getting his hammer, doing Fire Temple, and get AC's on a bit of a timer. I think that KP has a pretty strong position here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Saigo, you sound like static. Is this a you thing or a me thing?
Let's see. Testing.
I don't
Hello?
hear static.
Okay. No, I just heard static and then I heard I chime in. I have no idea.
All good.
Okay, now you're back.
Okay. Okay. Whew.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck is going on here? Like, my headphones had plenty of charge when I sat down. Oh, hey, more stuff in Ganon's Castle.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. The other bow. That's the third one. So the 40 skull bow, and then the
one in River.
Yep.
I think probably
Nothing.
you did need that bow too. It was very bow lock bow.
Mm-hmm.
You need the bow to get the long shot. You need the bow to get the key, the boss key. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate for KP that his choice of routing is meaning he's spending more time in Ganon's Castle than ACU did.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, this is the same route I do. I always go Forest to Spirit, then the climb.
That's fair.
Ooh. Ooh.
It's funny, like, we know that there's nothing here. Ooh, can it be a vanilla strike 3? Just for me?
That's I was
Yeah.
just thinking. I was just thinking. Red t-shirt. Yeah, that would have been absolutely hilarious if that was vanilla strength 3.
Well, that would have been bad. That would have increased
the amount of time KP was sending, yeah.
True.
But it still would have been funny.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not on the runner's side. I'm the commentator.
We're the
We want
peanut gallery.
entertainment. I try to be on the runner's side when I'm complimenting what they're doing, but I'm still gonna wish ill on them constantly.
Okay, now we've confirmed which people in the comms booth are sociopaths and which aren't. That's good.
Hey, hey, this is one of my third challenge cup. Fourth challenge cup? Christ, fourth challenge cup. Like, I can... Yep, and ooh, KP just like jumping on in. Very nice. Very nice. That is... He's gonna have to walk back, so that's still... We'll have to keep that in mind. He's to do tower climbing, he has to walk back. So that's going to be a little extra time. But I still think that I would put that one on KP. Like, that is to KP's advantage, basically.
Right, well, since he doesn't have Bolero anyway, that was the...
Absolutely. That was absolutely correct to do. And save him more time.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that, yes, that he will have to do a walk back to Ganon's Castle, but still.
Yep. You can't help it. Yeah, long climb to from here. It's hard to tell, honestly. It does depend on what ACU's next move is after Spirit.
We pray ACU goes GTG.
Yeah, if you go GTG and you go straight into the maze, this is going to be exceptionally close. And really, if you're looking for one thing and you see something in the maze, like, that's a good thing to beat. Again, it depends on your theory. It's like, oh, do you want to, like... The way KP routed it is the correct way to route it if you're talking about, I want to get the most efficient per check. You could do so many different routings that would be efficient in the way that it's like, if it's I'm more likely to get to this point, the correct point earlier. It's a matter of like, do I want to get all of this clear efficiently, or do I want to get to the one point I need efficiently?
Right.
That is my favorite check. Keipi is skipping Volv. I think that means he's gonna have to go back. Volv was a key.
Oh no.
I don't think there was enough keys to go further. There were a lot of keys in the fire maze area. Because NFW is just feels a little bad. I think this is an item here. Correctly.
Ooh, yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, he's.
I'm like, okay, fine. I'll go fight Volvagia, I guess.
And in that instance, it technically even though you don't have the dungeon rewards, you're still technically completing all dungeons.
It's true.
So it's not well. It's weird that it's not technically considered all dungeons, but you're still doing all dungeons.
Yep.
In this instance.
It's true. They called it a world tour.
Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, Keipi's done a world tour and he's still on ACU's heels, so shout out. He's played very clean. He's played very clean. He's routed very clean.
Yes.
His early game route was really what gave him that big boost. Because sticking around in Child a little longer when you know there's like a couple of spots that are gonna be very important served him well. And he simultaneous boss fights.
Uh-huh.
And both of them have the cool fire effect. I love how the Master Storage, like, jump slash storage works for anything. I swung a hammer recently. This sword is now a hammer.
I was almost worried that the bomb explosion was going to hit Volvagia.
Okay. This might be doable, you just have to kind of fish for... Ah, very good.
Hey, so you got it!
Yes. When you get in that position, you kind of have to aim over your shoulder and pray.
Alright, so Volv down and Phase 1 Rova down for...
Praise to you, yeah.
And yes, this was an oops all bosses.
Essentially. Yeah, because all of these, you didn't have to do Cage. You were already in DC anyway, so it's like, why not?
Right.
Okay, so that really is faster. Wow, okay. One thing I was, like, wondering for myself recently, I see people spin Rova after her first shot. After her shot. And I was wondering, is it faster if you can't get out the spin before the fireball is traveling towards you? And apparently the answer is yes, it is faster. Oh, hello, Zelda speedruns. Welcome in.
Hello.
We are kind of running towards the end of a Challenge Cup match that had some cool logic at the beginning. You know, I love logic. I'm sure you guys had a pretty nice match going on. I don't want spoilers, but I'm sure that a very good match happened and a very good player won. So, you know, go check out that bot later if you want to see some of the top 32 action. Oh, congratulations. We had a new volunteer too, so congratulations to new volunteers.
Yay.
Looks like ACU is going straight back to GTG, so we got a race.
Here we go.
It really depends on how he decides to route GTG. Oh, hammer chest I think has to be a key.
At this point, yes.
I thought that it was a key in the shortcut, it's not. Oh.
Come on, ACU.
Yay. This is a good race, though. ACU's head straight back. I wonder how much tech we're gonna see out of him in Jabu. Because there is some fun tech you can do with particularly with Furor's Wind and Goat in Jabu.
Yeah, because I think the one tech I'm familiar with, yeah, is just you could just take out the tentacle and then use Furor's Wind to get out the green.
Yes.
Right.
Is this gonna sub 3 hour? Probably. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Oh yeah, also check out what ACU just did. That little backwalk. If you're having trouble seeing those pillars, you can light them up by doing that little grab onto the stairway.
Dang.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
all
close,
you
but I don't
do
think
is
it's
you
gonna be
back up into the stairs. You're like catch it, pull yourself back up, and they light up. Why that happens, I do not know. I haven't ever cared to learn, but it's kind of nice. It's a nice little thing.
Mirrors encompass chest and fire. Letter is 5 key locked on the second
4 key locked.
check. Oh, it's 4? Okay, it's 4 on the left side of GTG maze.
I think literally 1 locked because there's a key on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, if you take the key from the front and go directly into maze, you can do that extremely quickly.
Right.
All right.
Logically 4 locked.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, if you look at the left side maze, add 2 to any number, to the number of keys you literally need.
Right.
It's pretty dang close.
All right,
It depends on how ACU routes. The other difference is that ACU has his FW in Gan's Castle. Okay, we're gonna go maze? No, we're gonna go maze. We're gonna maybe OP from right side. Yeah, it's gonna be very close. I don't know the answer, honestly.
Well, if these Dinophils will behave. There we go.
So this is something where I asked someone who had read the decomp about it. And apparently the attack pattern for those is they'll try and counter you or try to bind you if you attack from anywhere that isn't the full extent of your range.
Yep, proximity.
So so if you do a full jump slash from your full range, you can they won't attack you as much. So you can peek across the maze from here, so you might see that. And I think I see it right now.
Oh yeah, that is.
So if you do see it, you may just jump in. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, this is gonna get good.
This is real good.
Going into the maze.
We're going to the maze.
Nice.
I think ACU may be first to go mode today. And then it's just straight execution race to the end.
Let's see. Oh yeah, because KP has Requiem. Then.
KP has Requiem.
And then ACU has Serenade.
And Scale, so. And ACU just hit go.
Go mode. Let's go.
Yeah, I think KP definitely has execution edge, so I would not count him out at all. Plus, he also has a bunch of spirit. Yeah, he doesn't have to do Jabu. He has Serenade. He doesn't have to do the river track.
Oh, and it was Sun Song on Forest Battalion.
There you go. There's some minor time save. Yeah, so KP is gonna rush Roba. It's gonna be insanely close. This is great. I think I would say KP's got a little bit of a advantage, but it's not as big as it might look. Yeah, this is I think I agree. It's gonna be a matter of a few minutes one way or another. And also remember, they can always have something very stupid happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I don't think it'll be a death, given the amount of... You see the amount of health plus double defense, but it could be a fall. Ganon falls. Don't love those.
Twin Rova could be Twin Rova.
Twin Rova? Yeah, if you end up in the wrong cycle on Twin Rova, highly help you. And if it's night outside, where does the sunlight inside spirit come from?
All these torches. But yeah, all those torches wouldn't really add up to much.
Yeah. Creepy
Magic.
sun. It comes with a creepy sun. This is the one way I know I did finish Ocarina of Time as a child, even though I don't have much really strong memories of it. Because I remember the stupid sun. Yeah, I would definitely rather be in Spirit as my final dungeon. Like, the thing about Jabu or Forest feels like you don't really have that much agency about through the dungeon. Like, you're just doing it. You're doing the dungeon. It's happening. Just... And there is little stuff you can do, but the big time save in Jabu is all at the end in execution. Like, if you have a clean Baronade, one, it feels amazing. But two, it's like that... Spraying up a Baronade can lose you a bunch of time.
Oh, just use the Z target onto sun.
Oh. Again, both of our runners have been showing off. Reminder, follow them. That is something where they do sacrifice a little bit of an interaction with their chats and with their audiences to put on this show for us. So reward them with showing up later and saying hi. Yeah, see, this is why I said, like, a death was unlikely, because, yeah, sure, yeah, Nibura Knuckle is my sworn enemy, but you can take a few hits from her here.
And plus, both our runners have double defense, so...
Yep. Roma, can you behave? I know, see? Roba, can you behave? That's very annoying when it happens, though.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Just out of range. They knew. They knew.
Keipi, you don't need to make the race closer. It's already close enough. It's already fighting enough race. I'm gonna say that that one missed.
I was gonna say that was gonna be a bad one if he missed.
If that one missed, I might just like put down the controller and leave.
One more. Ooh, okay. We're good.
Oh my god.
I didn't think it registered.
The drama. Yeah, Troll Robot trolled so hard, it's like, ain't you got through the vast majority of, Jabu before Robot, Keipi got out of the first phase. Now that, see what Keipi just did there? That actually is a little faster.
I can never figure out the timing of just being able to do that, then pull the hook shot to the other spin, to then move immediately. It's like, what the? Yes, it does save you a little bit, but it's like, I don't know if it's really worth it.
It's not that. It really is not hard. Like that one is like there are tricks that are like not hard, but there are tricks that are hard. That one is like you just the moment you cut on your shield, spin it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Unfortunately, Tobias, yeah, that might not be.
I don't think it's enough, unfortunately. I think you need to be a couple more rooms ahead.
Well, ACU still has to take out Baronade and all.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough, but Jabu is pretty slow. But again, we still have not gotten through Ganon's Castle.
Yeah, but ACU is also going to get slowed down by what's going to slow down Keipi when he goes back to the Temple of Time also, because you're going to get a free song, and then...
No, ACU's already gotten the song.
It was, yeah,
How?
ACU got the song. It was when he went child. Yeah, KP's not going to go for the song.
Oh, right, because it only spawns over by the... Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, only by the Master Sword.
I'm dumb.
It's all good.
Yeah, again, I still think that the real difference was just the more thorough, the more broad early routing from KP. And I don't want to say that because ACU's routing was thorough, but it was narrow. It wasn't as broad.
And ACU has plenty of sticks to deal with Baronade.
Yes. It's gonna be very close. I do think that KP has a very clear lead. I think AC will be back in Ganon's castle by the time. Depends on depends on the Baronade. If this room is clean and Baronade's clean, you may be in Ganon's castle before KP's done. Also, KP did so much in this scene, and he committed to it. He committed to it as well, which is very helpful.
And again, we're at this point of the seed. No sightings of bomb chews.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Granted, they're in small chests. Granted, they're in small chests, but still.
I'm sure there's a few on the market.
Oh, yep, that little Baronade flicker is like that's it for possibility. Oh, yep. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I'm not sure if we'll be in Ganon's castle before.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, that particular transition is hard to time. Just if you go too early, then he sinks back down. If you go too late, then he's already spinning around and you're just screwed. Yeah, basically this is, if KP executes cleanly, he has a very clear lead. He has, however, his lead is small enough that if he does not execute cleanly in Ganondorf, that's a very different statement. He is big. He does a big round sword, so that's good. And he's been confident enough with quick spins that he has a lot of options.
Yeah. Also, BGS, if it scores the jump slash, right? It'll be...
Yep, it's 5 stabs instead of 10.
Right.
10 can be kind of hard to keep the rhythm up for. 5 is not easy, but it's more consistent.
Yeah, because you get the 4 stabs for free. It's the 5th one you have to get.
Yep, and now we do our final menu.
Oh no!
See, I told you can't shoot. It's not over till it's over. The real problem with this is it's really hard to get back from that. So,
Function?
well, if you get attacked right when you climb to the top, it's hard to recover from that.
Yeah.
Like that. Honestly, here's my advice if you're in this situation. jump backwards. Get off of the central platform. Because, yes, you might want to get into the attack phase faster, but it will be more consistent if you jump away. See, this is the reason I'm thinking really bad. Oh my gosh.
Now
AP.
we're... oh my goodness. Well, ACU still has the Iron Knuckles, but that won't take long.
Not just pull out bottles as soon as you get to the top, just give yourself more space, because that spacing can really kill you. That's so rude!
Oh, because the main thing you have to do is, as soon as he starts the attack, you have to move up to the bottle. He can't reflect the bottle when you move forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
So either either go forward or reset the room, reset the phase. This feels so bad though. Like this happens about once every 20 or so.
There we go.
There we go. No, get up. Get his butt. Get his ass. Do it. Listen, we're just cranking up the drama. Like, once he's safely done, we can we can just be like, oh yeah, we can just like ask him about like how he felt that the storyline was going. Like he's he was just like being scripted here, like how the writers were doing with him. It's not fun to joke around about if it really cost him the race, but. Again, this is fine. It is vanishingly... Okay, he did store his jump slash, right?
Yes, and he also has a full still. Of course, you get a health refill to fight.
Yep.
So
the one thing that can really mess with me in particular is if you miss the jump slash and you don't realize it, because I don't know, you're tilted because you just cannon like 4 times.
yeah, then that game fight turns into a long one.
Yeah, then you don't. Actually, that's how I died. The last time I died was that because I didn't realize I needed like a 5th tail stab. Okay, well, both our runners are gonna be in the game at the same time, and you know what? Applause for both of them.
This is good, yeah.
This is real good. Both of our runners, just like, I'm sure they'll be thinking about that execution as they had at the very end of the scene. Barely getting away from ACU.
Mainly the nerves of like, how are they not done? How are they not done?
It's gonna be very. I don't think they'll be sub 3. I think cutscene takes a little too long.
No, I think it's gonna end right at, but.
Yeah, it depends.
Barely. I think it's gonna be a 301.
Yeah, the cutscene just takes a little too long to get sub 3.
Yeah. It ends up at 309.
GG. AC will be along very shortly. Again, that was great. That was a great match. Riveting both ways. Taking those... Yeah, this is so good. This is the kind of content we're here for. And again, this is something where people have been like, oh, well, why would you race if you were, like, that far apart? Like, it's going to be really obvious. And yes, the higher seed won here, but the higher seed didn't have to win. The higher seed came very close to not winning.
I was gonna say, yeah, because with how close this was overall.
The entire way through. It was early routing and just pushing through the end. That's... It is not a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee here.
Yeah, about 1 minute and 10 seconds apart.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, like a minute. Yeah, minute 10, minute 20. Yeah, very close.
Wow, that cutscene is a lot longer than I think it is.
Yeah, you've got to be in like the first half of the minute to be able to.
The Shining Hammer. Let's go.
There we go. GG. Oh man. Y'all, it was really great to be here with you commentating this.
Yeah, same for you.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, GG to everyone involved. This has been great, and looking forward to more of these. I hear that you guys are gonna be just watching me next weekend.
Looking at the chat, yeah, Keipi
Yeah.
saying the reason I almost throwed it.
Yep, Ganon be Ganon sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sure was something.
Yeah, that was great. Are we gonna get any interviews?
Yes, they're going to join us in just a minute.
Marvelous.
There's a creative username.
Hello.
Welcome in, GG's.
GG.
Hello and GG.
What a close race. Ah, that hurts a little bit, but oh well.
Oh
That
man,
was it was still really good.
that was incredibly close.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, if I actually skip DC, the entire time I'm like, no, they're gonna go DC. They're gonna have bomb bag.
Well,
It's
to be
useless.
fair, he did go DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very close. Honestly, the main difference I think routing wise was you did a more deep, but not very. You didn't do a very broad early game. KB did a broad early game. He covered most of Child Sphere 0 very early. So he had the option to use magic extremely early, which was
Yeah.
a big difference maker.
Yeah, I could definitely see getting that magic earlier could get you on such a different route.
Yes. And also thank you for this seed because this was something I've been wanting for a while. It's a logical blue fire arrow seed.
It was awesome. I'm using Hash Frog tracker and I ended up clicking like, hey, I have magic, and it's like, get the King Zora. And I'm like, I can't do that. I actually opened up the logic files to be like, how can I do that? Oh, blue fires. I felt very dumb in that moment.
But yeah, that's great. So yeah, it was great. Again, it was very well played. Yeah, so any other questions or thoughts about it?
My only question is, did we find a lens?
Yes, Lens is an ice cavern.
Ice cavern. Okay, cool. I kind of figured it had to be there because you can't cross the wasteland then, but
Ice Cavern had a bunch of bait big chests, and there's a KP. Hello, KP.
Hello, KP. GG.
GG's KP.
Yay, GG's ACU.
Yep. You KP, thank you for your flair for the dramatic at the end.
Oh my god. Oh, my
Because
heart
everyone
almost.
in chat was like, "Oh well, it's a done deal. Nothing's gonna happen." I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
listen, I've done exactly that.
Oh
It's never over.
my
It's not
god.
over until the cutscene's done.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was thinking I was behind and so nervous, and Gano was not kind.
Yeah, no, the honest difference was just your early route was very good. Your early route was extremely good, so you had a lot of good things early. Other than that, just the other difference was that ACU got to Din's fire before you. So those were the two differences. And that's why it was so close.
Yeah, I imagine Jeans was Sphere 0, so was kind of easy to get, but I never had a reason to go back to Keck, so
Oh yeah, you
I
had stuff to do. I don't blame you.
yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. So we have any questions or comments or anything from the chat? Anything from you guys?
ACU found another strength.
We did not see a strength 3.
We're not seeing another strength.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea where the strength could be at this point. Probably Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe GV Rocks. There was a big chess there.
That was a
Wasn't
That
a
was
slingshot.
a
slingshot.
slingshot, yeah. We saw that.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think and I can't find it, but it's alright.
It could have. It maybe a central pillar.
Maybe
Yeah.
it was. Maybe it was. Maybe Central Pillar. That's a good point. Or yeah, because we did leave an item in water. But again, this was a great seed. Very well played from both of you. When do you have any other matches scheduled yet?
I have another match scheduled in about exactly 1 week. Is at
All right.
12:30 Central next Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah. Me too, actually. 1 hour later.
All right, so I guess we know what our appointment viewing is next week.
Yeah. But thank you guys very much for the stream.
Yeah, this was.
I hope
Well,
it
thank you.
was fun for you
This
guys.
was a lot of fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Oh
guys.
my god. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for putting on a hell of a show. This was really, really a great watch. Loved seeing it.